guys, I am so sorry. I rescheduled this thing like 7 times, and I apologize. I was like, I had a doctor's appointment, stuck in traffic. It was horrible. So I really appreciate you guys sticking around. If you did, I'm so sorry. I know that I kept saying I was going to stop postponing it and all, but guys, I was like stuck. And I'm hot. So I see there's people in the room. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys for sticking around. So guys, I'm live. This is Who Started You On, Salt Lake City. This week's episode, obviously. And it's Heather and Whitney. And we'll get into it in a minute. So in the meantime, guys, hit the like button, subscribe, comment, share, and all that stuff. And subscribe, blah, 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 and all that. And then I'll start to get on whose side. I see Aaron. Are you still there, Aaron? But I see something about snow. I'm like sitting on something so uncomfortable. Okay. Got it. I'm so uncomfortable. Yeah. I don't want to be all the way over here though. I know. I say it every time. I'm a mess. Woo! Oh, thank you. Yes, that's kind of what, like, this morning. Hi guys. Oh my god, you guys are so cool. Hold on, guys, I'm hot. You probably still hear me. Yeah, I literally did all that this morning. I did the Christmas stuff this morning. I had a doctor's appointment. And I don't know if you guys saw my hey guys, hey Josh. I don't know if you guys saw my reels, with the fucking paint. Oh, there goes my cursing. With the goddamn paint. Yeah, I'm doing it. The paint and stuff that I spilled in my house. Oh my god, guys. I spilled paint. A whole gallon of freaking paint went flying off my bureau in the one craft room. And it's all over the place. But I love that you guys are all here. And let me put all you guys' highs up. And I would love to know, guys, whose side you're on. Heather or Whitney. And I'm going to get the polls in 1 second. But everybody was saying Whitney. And I'll give you my take in a minute. But let me just get back to you guys. Hold on. So what I usually do is I go through the polls, and that's usually your side. But I'm going to drop the call-in link in a little bit after I say my side, because I'm sure everybody in the chat knows by now that I have a hard time staying on track, staying focused, and not interrupting y'all. So I'm going to drop the call-in link in a little bit. But if I forget, just remind me so I can do it so you guys can call in. Because I have some shit. Lisa Barlow, I hate to admit this, but Lisa Barlow and Whitney are making sense. Give me 1 second. So, with all that being said, okay, I'm coming back. Back. Okay, so yeah, Christmassy. You guys like it? It looks so much nicer. I even redid the tray and everything. I don't know if you guys can see everything. I make all the crafts, so yes, I'm just not a pretty face. What did I call it? Just not a pretty face. Just not a pretty face, guys. I have some skills. Anyway, so whose side am I on? I am on Whitney's side, which is odd because I was saying this like months ago, that there's no way that Heather Gay could have a second season curse. Like, she's so super nice. Like, I just don't see it ever happening. Like, I don't see her having a second season curse, right? Well, Jesus Christ, she didn't. But it's like the third season curse. I don't know. I wasn't. And then I would go on like Pinterest and stuff. And I would get ideas from that. But yeah, kind of weird, right? But yeah, I liked Lisa. Oh my God, you're going to kill me, Karma. I agreed with Lisa a lot of this episode. I agree with Heather. I agree with Whitney on this episode. Heather's evil. I know. See, I was like, you guys, like, I kept saying to myself, like, when could she ever have like a bad, I don't know. I didn't think she would have a bad season. I just didn't think she was an asshole at all. And then, I don't know, it kind of, when people were calling it bad weather and stuff, I was like, maybe. Let me lay out better. So everybody on Twitter, hello. Oh, God, I'm close. Everybody on Twitter, hello. Everybody on Facebook, hello. Everybody on YouTube, hello. And okay, guys, so what I found out is, remember I was saying how all of a sudden people weren't showing up. I felt like nobody was showing up to the lives. I'm like, what could possibly, it was just odd. It was to go from like 100 to 200 people on all three to like 4. I was like, either YouTube is had me, I don't know, put me on some kind of timeout thingy. But what I found out is that when I was saying that, like, because I can see people, I can see, like, if you're not subscribed and you're watching, I can see you even if you don't comment. And I think the people that didn't want me to know they were watching me and aren't subscribed, I don't know what your big deal is, I don't care, were like, are now not coming to the live, which is fine, but like, I don't know, you just don't subscribe. It really, look, I shut the feature off, so you can privatize your stuff or whatever. Like, if you don't want me to see it, I won't see it. But I will drop the link, Karma, and give you a little bit. Just guys, don't call in for like 30 minutes in. But yeah. But actually, I'm just gonna drop it now. You're right, because I will forget. I'll put it in there. Just give me a little bit. You guys sit backstage too if you want. So copy. Karma's gonna yell at me. Because like, I gotta see what you guys think. Okay, so all right, I want to go play the after show. That's the easiest way for me to do whose side, because I'm not really a recapper. Obviously, I can't. It's really hard for me to remember. I'm getting comments about me not remembering people's names and how rude it is. I agree. I apologize. So I guess I know I'm live. Yes, Kristen Marina Miller's live. Yes. Okay. Karma, I'm going to keep you backstage for a little bit because I will get completely off track, off whatever, but I can still see comments and everything. Actually, let me go this way. Okay, so I completely agree with Whitney. I feel like I said Heather is having such a freaking weird, I don't know, like I always feel like I get things wrong. Like, I don't know, like, ask Erin. I had people pegged and I thought like my logic was always, like logic was logic. I figured logic's logic, right? And if I'm logical, like how wrong could I be? Oh, cool. Awesome. Good. Awesome. Okay. It's going to just give me a little bit. Let's see, I'm already getting sidetracked. I can't look up. Let me just go through this and then we'll go on. And then we can go and then you guys can have the floor. Okay, so who actually one day ago? Okay, this is at the Maryland Monroe dinner, but
which did not happen. Meredith can put it on me all she wants, but Meredith needs to sit in her and own the fact.
I didn't like that. Oh, what the? Lisa Renner just popped up. Why'd you do that, Lisa?
Fact that she had a vendetta and she had a strategy and a plan to take down Lisa.
All I did was acknowledge that rumors
existed
and certain general subject matters. Heard that she was, doing favors to help.
Since you are feeling chatty, I will play the after show. I'll play all 3 parts of the episode after show, and then we can all talk about it. Whatever you can talk about.
Whitney went into a multitude of stories in gross detail.
True.
For, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes. I have it.
That did happen.
And I've heard that she slept with him to sway him.
That's so ridiculous. I agree with Heather. I mean, I agree with Meredith. It's kind of ridiculous.
Story after story. I expressed doubt on her stories. It sounds absurd.
Oh, good.
And then somehow, I'm the one who said these stories. Whitney did not like me last year. Whitney was not going to be like, ooh, don't tell me what you think or you know about Lisa. Whitney's not saying you started the rumor about the jazz tickets, but she's saying you did say other things. Affairs, cheating, whatever you want to call it, sleeping with people.
I know, right?
Yet those rumors are flying about her. And whether you're intimating, or flat out saying it,
Hold on.
I've had conversations.
Intimating? Rewind.
With Meredith, where she does that.
What intimating it, Lisa?
And whether you're intimating,
insinuating,
or flat out saying it.
Intimating or insinuating.
I've had conversations with
Girl.
Meredith where she does that to me. Meredith will want me to say something, but she's the one that came to me to talk about it. For example, Mary Cosby. I made it very clear to Meredith that my Kids Fresh Wolf event last year that I keep Mary and Cameron separate for a reason, out of respect for both of them. There's a reason Mary's not here tonight. I keep them separate out of respect for Mary and Cameron. I believe he's experienced real trauma. But she was the one that wanted more information.
She allowed
when we get to bail. She's like, well, tell me what you know.
I need answers. Give me a concrete
concrete example of something. She mortgaged his house and gave her $300,000.
I hated Lisa. This is when I started hating her.
I understand what Meredith does with Whitney, which is why I can back Whitney. And even watching Meredith in her confessional say, I've heard they're not even happy.
What I hear from others, everything I'm hearing is actually true. Her life is not so great.
Well, I mean, at least she's not a garbage whore.
It's not. One night you're fighting it. Nobody. It's not true. You're making it up. And when I was asked, did you make up that rumor about Meredith? I answered no, because I didn't make it up. But what I did hear from Jen over and over again, your best friend.
Tasha, I can't even speak in whole sentences. Do you notice that? I'm a complete retard.
That she
Complete Jersey retard.
Or has affairs, one of the two. Ask your 10 other boyfriends. Bye.
Shah Delusional.
Boyfriends in 10 different lives.
Shah Delusional, we're definitely freaking talking about too, guys. Oh, God, guys.
So it's like the difference of did I make that up? No, I repeated something in a stupid hyperbolic way. Hater, she's a whore. She's half of New York. That I don't even believe about Meredith. I do not believe Meredith.
You never even heard it.
Or half the Upper East Side, or even the 10th of it.
Well, you give blowies for
around
justice, so.
Trying to hurt me tit for tat, and then blame Whitney for it. It's like a bad game of chess or checkers, actually.
Oh God, this is what I want to talk about too. Okay, Whitney Rose describes a toxic. Okay, here's Whitney, Heather.
And so one of the things that Whitney keeps saying is that you don't hear her out, you don't listen to her.
If I hadn't talked to you, which is exactly what Meredith
You're
is saying.
deflecting and you're getting louder than me and putting your finger on my
Do you feel like you don't listen to Whitney and you don't hear her out?
I mean, clearly that's how she feels, so I must be doing that.
Well, can I interject?
Yes, please.
I need
I'm
to
drowning
interject
here.
because here's the thing. Whitney 100% is
My girl,
entitled to her
Meredith.
feelings, but perhaps part of the problem is a lack of communication because Heather didn't know they were on a friendship break.
Heather can't validate my feelings and hear.
Aaron, did you know we were on a friendship break? Aaron, did you know we were on a co-hosting break? We're on a friendship break. Did you know that?
Then I probably have to take a friendship break.
And to me, that is the most unusual part of this whole thing. I mean, not that I've heard of a lot of friendship breaks. Like I said, I've never
And
heard
what are we
that.
supposed to do? Like, other men? I don't understand. What are we doing on this?
She's such a bitch right here.
Just like go invite other ladies to lunch and just have a hall pass? Like
Well,
what?
no, but if you're
Wow.
looking for growth
Ignorant.
and development in the relationship
Thank you,
and you're taking
my
the
girl.
break, wouldn't it be wise to let the other party know that?
Well, the other party was
Maybe
well.
Whitney's perception of her own communication is a little bit off too. It just felt like it was just like, what?
I have been what feels like on
I can't wait to have you both on.
Heather, there has been a disconnect. There has been space that we have had before. See, that makes me feel confused.
Tosh, I
actually,
agree.
Because you had a
No, I
dance
don't hate her.
routine.
Just
Like, that's someone that loves me, that doesn't feel distance, that is my friend. I'm just telling you how I feel. I came to you to say, I don't want
Okay,
this
don't
awkward
go along
space
to get
anymore.
along. Don't
That's
go along
what
to
I
get along.
did.
And the awkward space
Heather, you're
stop.
such a bitch. God.
And I hate to use it
Sorry, I
in
keep
this
moving
terms
around, but
because I unfortunately
it's
lost my
fine.
grandma to dementia. But it was like having conversations with her in her last days.
I
It was, like,
agree.
the same conversation over and over where I would say everything and then Heather would be like, no, tell me how you feel. And I'm like, I just told you. We just fought about it for 20 minutes and now you're going to ask the same question.
Being silent is enough, so let's hear it. Like,
I
give it
don't-
all it right now. Now you don't want the opportunity.
No,
What a
because
bitch,
Now's
man.
not the right time. So now I should not
Keep still doing it right now, Heather.
speak and say what you want to say.
She just did.
I have. My
Aw.
personal peace and my mental wellness is more important to me than trying to break this loop with Heather. And in that moment, it made me just feel like, okay, like nothing's changing on her end.
I'm telling you, they
I've
look.
got to get off of
I've been saying this for weeks how freaking weird Whitney and Heather look in these confessionals and these after show things. I'm telling you, it's very odd.
this toxic cycle with her.
It was hard for me to see that, knowing that they're family, knowing that they're very close, and it was just crumbling before my eyes.
Whitney was sitting
Okay, Dana
across from me,
Banana.
and her eyes had tears in them.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay. And I think you really stood up for me at that table and you just told me, like, it's going to be okay. Like,
That's
I
nice,
see
though.
you, I hear you. I remember you said that to me. You said, I see you and I hear you and it's going to be okay. You're doing the right thing. The big
Yeah.
learning this year for me was you don't understand how toxic something is until you have fresh air. I'm so sick of
That's
people
kind of a
getting
weird
mad at me
thing.
when I bring, like, my past trauma into it, but I literally went to the Mormon church and said, this is happening to me. And they dismissed me,
Wow.
and I was never heard. So that's why I
This is
had
not
tears in my eyes,
same.
because it was that same feeling
I
that
get
when
it.
I went to the church to get help and say something was happening to me, and they asked me to pray for my abuser.
I
And
mean,
for Heather to like understand what it's like growing up in our culture, especially Utah Mormons are different, and not every Mormon's like this, but this is my experience. It triggers that feeling of she's oppressing me,
but she's.
and I
I
just
get
don't think that
it.
she likes that I found my voice and my bearings, and I realized that Heather is a top.
See, that's not that subconscious. Like, I mean, it's not that conscious. Like, see, I am on Whitney's side, but I don't think Heather's consciously hating the fact that you found your voice. You know what I mean?
Toxic relationship for me, and I didn't understand until I got the breath of fresh air and have women who
And the brush of fresh air thing, that analogy doesn't make any sense.
heck on me, who we spent time talking about our children, getting our families together. Like, I didn't realize that, like, it was so bad for me.
I'm
Huh?
sorry, I think there was just a weird noise.
It's come.
I mean, okay, like, God, I'm
Like in a,
I'm trying to hold
It's
it all,
just
guys.
Heather's energy coming through. She's like, stop talking about me.
How did the Lindsay's feel about Whitney versus okay?
Whitney, you hosted a Marilyn Monroe themed dinner for your son
weird.
last night in San Diego.
Get your Marilyn.
Yeah, we don't need to do
Someone
that.
told me one time that they felt like I
So that was that. We have one more with them too, and I'll pull you guys up. Tasha, if you called and let me know. I have this thing that I have to like. You're gonna get this really loud like interference thing when 2 or 3 people go. But when you call in, you'll hear it. I'll try not to have them on now.
So after a stressful dinner that night, you ladies go dancing, get pizza.
We flash everybody that'll look.
Just like New York, it's like so much fun.
I felt like the night was a wash, but we were gonna just still try to turn
I'm
up,
curl my hair while we're listening.
freak ourselves into oblivion, and just have fun.
I mean, why not?
That's what Marilyn would have wanted. Why did we even go to dinner? We should have just started at the gay bar.
Tasha, did you call in? Did I not see you? Are you there and I don't see you?
We had a great
I'm not getting
time.
my
We went out, we danced a little bit.
Whitney's trying to teach me how to twerk, which is like mission
Because
impossible.
no ass.
Whitney decides to do a handstand on a
like
wall.
it twerk better
A
upside
twerk,
down.
but
Like
it's a
Heather?
wall. It wasn't a real wall. And then it was like falling
Okay.
over.
I just felt like it was what we all needed. I loved being in the van on the way home. These girls are crazy. I'm not gonna go topless, but I'll eat pizza with you.
And then what happened?
The last thing I remember was Jen and Heather against the window.
All you see is tits.
Yeah, that
I
is
mean, imagine tits against window pressed really hard.
yeah, not flattering.
Yeah.
Hard.
Look like a man
I mean,
with
I'd
burnout.
rather not.
Dana helped me fix a nail. Like, thank God she's an expert. We all went to bed.
Okay, I'll pull you guys up.
Probably 45 minutes of me being in bed. Jen suffocated me with her boobs.
Like, that's
And
like,
I mean, like literally, like
Try
I
not
was
to
like,
say
I
anything
can't
yet.
breathe. Like I wake up
Alright,
and
let's
Jen's
be-
like on
I'll
top
put
of
you
me,
up.
like I'm suffocating.
Meredith was still dressed, and Heather and Jen were in their panties and just dancing around. And so I said, I'm going to bed.
Okay.
I did take a photo of them from the top of this, and they were posing for it. They knew.
thank God they freaking knew you were taking it. Okay. So I'm gonna pull you guys up. I'll give you my little like Whitney thing. Why I say Whitney, and then we can talk about your side, guys. So give me a second. I don't want to try to do that whole interference thing that always happens. I'm trying to pull 2 people up. Karma, I'm pulling up now because you're easy. Add to stream. No, I want to fix our thing here, and then Tosh. I think I should might do it this way.
Hello,
Hi. Let me pull Tosh up.
can you hear me?
I do it really fast so I don't have interference like last time. It's just such a horrible. It's just something with my laptop. I have to do it for my phone. It's like
Natasha is definitely wanting to come up and talk.
I don't think I've ever talked to her. I don't think she's I've ever been on a panel with her. But
We were literally back and forth on Instagram saying about Heather and Whitney. I see it like this. Natasha thinks I'll give Heather a pass. I'm not giving Heather a pass. But what I see with Whitney is it has to be always about Whitney. And she could have done this at a more appropriate time when they're not drinking and actually sat down and have a chat with her in front of the women when they're sober or on their own to get this sorted out. Because every time they have had a chat, she brings in other women, like they say, Barlow and stuff. And
Heather
it's
does.
like, no, Whitney does. And she just ruins the conversation, what she's trying to come across to Heather with. When Heather grabbed hold of her arm and like says, get out me home, more or less, I'm done. Because she kept on bringing up Lisa Barlow all the time. And it's just crazy. And she's like, Whitney, stop dragging others into arguments
Hello.
and be centered on yourself.
Oh my God, there's two of you.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Hello.
So,
can you hear me?
yeah, we can hear you, Natasha.
Okay. Tasha, are you there?
Yes. Hi, Krista.
Hi. I'm so sorry. I have a horrible issue with
No,
this.
you're fine.
My stream. Okay. Hi. I'm going to see everybody too, because is this layout okay? You good with that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So
Hi. Hi, Karma. How do you say that they didn't try to have a talk, but then you clearly mentioned that they were talking when Heather physically shoved her out of her home? Like there were
Because
no
she
others
kept
there.
because Heather already told her, stop talking about Lisa Barlow. That's my business with her. Like, this is a conversation about me and your relationship. And then she went back again to Lisa Barlow at the door. And like, Heather's just like, I've had enough. Like, get out me home. I've had enough. You're not listening. And like, Whitney's argument is just dragging other women into it. Whatever goes on between Heather and Lisa is between Heather and Lisa. It's got nothing to do with Whitney.
But as far as like Heather and Whitney, Heather's been a terrible friend to her. Like she has not been there to her, and whether she like wants to deal with it or not, she could at least have been supported. Meanwhile, she was like MIA, and Whitney's like, "You're one of my closest friends, and I consider your family, even though we're 27th cousin, once removed, Mormon style." Like, where are you? And you're nowhere to be seen because Heather, if you're not useful to her, she doesn't need you, or she won't. I think she's a user.
But wouldn't you think at that point then she would just stop and think, right, she clearly isn't my friend, I'm moving on.
Sometimes it takes a minute. Like she is hurt. She's recovering. Like these memories of past abuse. It's a lot. Like I've been there. And like when you realize your friends aren't really your friends, sometimes it takes a moment for it to kick in. Like at first you're just hurt and you're like, hello, why are you doing this?
I also think she's been trying to tell Heather that for a while. I think
Me too.
And
she's like a child.
She is, but like I feel like she's definitely in the right. I feel like she's right with Heather. You have every right in the world to have like, you know, to have your feelings and not want to be somebody's friend or take a friendship break. And if your friend doesn't realize you're on a friendship break, that's a bad friend. Like
exactly.
Did she actually tell her she was on a friendship break?
She shouldn't have to. I mean, I think she.
She should. It's communication.
Yeah, the reason, like, she never tried to call her.
Yeah, like she didn't even notice they weren't talking. So
exactly.
I would be like
crawling out of
H's, but she was so up. She's so up Jen Shah's ass. She forgets that Jen Shah's not going to be here after this.
I think she kind of does. That's why she's trying to find a new home under Angie H's butt.
Well, she should have never gave up. I mean, she thumped Whitney for Jen, basically, for somebody that's not going to be here. That you know what I mean? Like she basically, and I don't think Whitney will forgive her. I don't think Whitney will ever like.
I don't think so either.
Because I think this is who Heather is, and now it's like, wow, I did not think. I mean, maybe. I mean, I don't know. We might be in the minority. A lot of people. I'll check the polls in a second. But I just feel like everybody can see.
No, I think that's a majority. I was the minority because I've been saying this since day one, and everyone's like, "No, she's a fan favorite. She's so humble. She's so." I'm like, "No, there's some darkness in there. I peeped it." And it would come out a lot during like the reunions, if you notice. She would get like the demon eye like during the reunions, and you're like, "Whoa, what's this, Heather?"
See, I didn't think anything. I really didn't see anything until just recently, and even up until she said the thing about Angie H saying the blowies for jazz tickets thing. That whole scenario, I said,
so I'm ridiculous.
Doing the blowies for jazz tickets. I was like, she's giving blowies for jazz tickets because I was fighting with my friends. I was like, unless you can fucking tell me whether Lisa Barlow gave blowies for jazz tickets. I don't give a fuck what you're saying to me right now. Like, my friends are trying to fight with me, and I'm just like, I don't give a fuck, you know? And I kept putting it on social media. I'm like, blowies for jazz tickets. But again, I agree with Meredith. That's absolutely ridiculous. I don't really think Lisa's gonna. I'll blow you if you upgrade my ticket. Like,
yeah, jazz tickets, like she says, not like it's like the Lakers.
I know, right? I'm like, I wouldn't even know the. Either way, I wouldn't. I mean, I don't know. I've done more for less, but like, you know what I'm saying?
I just see it differently. I think Whitney's trying her hardest to get airtime any way possible, and she's using her past as an excuse to play the games what she's playing. And it's not a good game what she's playing because she's jumped onto Lisa.
It sounds like you're underwater, Karma. Are you deep sea diving?
Yeah, I'm currently in
now
the
you sound
ocean. The thing is, she plays like this game, and like she really hated Lisa Barlow for how many seasons, but Whitney has this technique where she goes and tells people everything what she said about them. So later on, it doesn't backfire on her when these people come out and say exactly what she said, whichever did. And this is what Whitney's actually said. And then Lisa dismisses it as though, like, I already know this. And like, no, Lisa, what you're not understanding is this is what Heather is getting from this woman. And this is fresh to Heather, the way Whitney's behaving. And Heather's trying to put her part on it, saying, look, this is what I've had to endure. This is what information I'm getting. So never mind dismissing it because you already know it. This is fresh to me, the way she's behaving on. And I'm sorry, but like Whitney has a real serious issue with dragging others into arguments. She really does. And there's no need for it. Keep others out if you want to make a point. Make a point on your own.
I think it's like an insecurity too because she didn't have a voice. So it's like she needs that valid. I think that's something that she has achieved through therapy or whatever.
Yeah, but like if they don't agree with her, look what happened.
But I think she's always looked up to Lisa. I think she's secretly low-key has always looked up to Lisa.
Kind of Lisa. Like,
yeah, I used to say she wanted to wear the Lisa skin. Like,
yes.
It was giving single white female for a hot minute. And I think Heather just like, because she was loyal to Heather, so she joined in that bandwagon. But I think if it was up to her, she would have always been on Lisa's side.
I don't know, like, because Lisa used to not really want anything to do with her and used to look down on her. And if you remember back in season 1, Whitney was always the one saying, she keeps on saying stuff about us behind my back all the time to everyone, and it's coming back to us. And Lisa wouldn't even give her the time of day.
I feel like too that
come on, you can't rewrite
because she knew Heather was phony and she was team Heather, so she was like, I'm not even dealing with you.
Because Whitney had a name for herself as well. Because Whitney's the one went with another man's wife, and she has a name for herself. And her Poland antics and the age difference and stuff.
That's true.
And her acting like a slapper. So you know in these little small places.
Wait, what was that word?
A slag.
You know in these small places that people are going to be sitting there judging.
He said it so casually, acting like a slag.
And you know Lisa Barlow is going to be sitting there judging. You cannot tell me that she won't be judging someone, because she will be. She's like any typical woman. She'll be sitting there judging, and she'll be like, "Oh, why would I want to hang around with someone like that?"
And like integrate, or what those words she just said? That stupid word. It wasn't a word. I had to rewind it. Integrate. She said something and then integrate or something. It was not a fucking word. It was like
she meant imitate.
Or yeah, maybe that's what she meant. Imitate, and then she said, "Yeah,
imitation." Like, but she said it very weird.
She said
it. Probably just rolled with it and just was like, whatever.
Just let it go. I was like, I'm like, maybe it's me. Maybe that's not a word. I am like not a very like book smart, but I'm like, I
stumble over my words all the time, and people are like, "What did you say?" I'm like, just go with it.
Are you from Jersey? You're not from Jersey, are you?
No, I'm from Maryland.
I was gonna say, but you're close. I can tell by the way you talk. I can hear it.
I lived in New York City for like 10 years too.
I could definitely hear it. So all right. So this is my problem with Jen again. Now, I obviously, if you look at my past pre-records, I have literally despised her. I couldn't stand. I was like, she was up there with Erica and like Jax for me. Like I was like, this chick.
Not Jax.
Oh, fuck me. Oh God. And Ryan Bailey's entertaining. Oh my God. We'll have to talk about this later. Entertaining and interviewing him. I'm like, this is why I bonded. This is why I became a podcaster, because of our bonding. I'll take the hate of Jax Taylor. Like, seriously. But anyway, I had to go regress for a second. But now, what did you tell me what you guys thought about Jen pulling that stunt at the lunch, saying, well, this is why, because I committed suicide. I tried to commit suicide. Like, she tried to
like, I'm sorry, but like, you don't come out and say that on TV.
I'm pissed. You don't fuck with that shit with me. I literally, like, both my best friends killed themselves with, exactly the same way. I don't, and it's been a long time, but like, and just this week, I don't fucking play with me. I can call you the fuck out. And she says that shit, and I hate people that say that shit knowing it's really hard to question somebody when they say that.
I know, that's what I was gonna say. It's like she didn't have anything to say, so she threw that out because she knows people.
I was like, and you know what?
You're gonna look like an a-hole if you even question it.
If she was in the bathroom saying that shit, it's because Coach was done with her. Her kids were probably calling her out because she had no play. And she probably sat in that bathroom and told her husband, I'm going to kill myself. And I'm like,
that's what narcissists do when they get caught. They have to do like the Holy Mary and get the final victimhood.
Well, I really want her to walk into the goddamn prison and act this way. What?
Did you see like the dynamic? Lisa and Heather were on the same playing level field, wanting to know what's going on with Jen and wanting to get down to the bottom of it, to sort it all out.
Well, they were making sense.
And not to be like giving her passes anymore. And when push came to shove, Jen had to go one step further and just shut them up to get out of it by using suicide as and you do not mess with suicide. It's a serious situation. Especially, I'm sorry, but like, if a person was suffering with suicide, they wouldn't blurt it out on camera. Knowing there's a camera in front of them, they would just shut down and walk away and say, I'm not getting into it, because it's really personal. You don't go around saying, I committed suicide.
I really do hope people said something to her like that wasn't cool to say that. I mean, like, you can have suicide idealization, whatever, idealization, but if that was really Jennifer, like, you're going to commit suicide, you're going to commit suicide.
People usually don't talk about it.
Right. You're going to do it. You're going to die. You know
I'm
what I mean?
not saying it's impossible, but like, genuinely, people usually don't talk about it. And if they have those feelings, they usually keep it to themselves. And
if that's how she feels, well, guess what, bitch? You did this to yourself. Like, I get it. I would want to, if I was in her situation, I knew what I was doing wrong. I came, you know what I mean? I admitted to it. I knew I was going away. I didn't do the shit that she did. But and trust me, I was suicidal. I didn't want to go to prison either. But guess what? I did the crime. I didn't have a choice. But I sure as hell was not going around doing this. Oh, man, I'm going to kill myself because I got caught. Like, it's all because she got caught. It's like the whole freaking 5, 10, 20 years you were doing this. Did you not think this could be a possibility? You have to act, when you're doing this shit, you have to act as if you were going to get caught. Or, you know what I mean? Please.
I think once you get away with it for so long, there comes like almost like you get like a godlike complex where you think like, I'm never going to get caught now.
They think that no one's checking up on you, but what they don't realize is
there
is always someone in the background watching and waiting.
They warned her.
Yep.
They said stop doing this. It's bad business practice. Is now in the state of New York. This is now illegal. You cannot do this any longer. Okay, we won't, sir.
And she simply just started using an app. Yeah, instead. That's what I heard.
And it's like, you made a mockery of my courtroom, lady. She really thought that she was going to walk in the court, and really, after she made a mockery of his courtroom, honestly, that you don't fuck with this.
And the
stuff.
fact that they even gave her a chance to like, you've been committing this crime this whole time, but we're letting you know if you just stop,
they could
won't go to prison.
They could have fined her and everything. They could have done a lot of shit to her because, well, it wasn't illegal at first. It was bad. It was considered bad business practices, which is like a misdemeanor. However, it's not.
Did she just like kick it up a notch when she really started?
A notch, and I think it was the Housewives show, getting on the Housewives. I think that money, needing to have the money and the affluence or whatever. So I'm doing my hair doesn't matter, but like to have the affluence of that, I don't.
Yeah, she like escalated.
I just can't. I can't put my. I mean, I've done. I'm not.
I love how you're just casually doing her hair. I do that too.
I know. I have because it's like.
sometimes it'll be like I'll not be going anywhere and like I'll just be like doing my makeup and it's like I'm just like coloring on my face.
I usually wouldn't be doing this on camera, but it's like I was already running. How late today? Oh my god!
Krista, is this turned into a let's do our hair and makeup while talking about housewives?
It's exactly.
I mean, it's like
I'm like, you know what, you guys, like, I see everybody's in their shades here, Aaron's here. I mean, you know, I was already so late anyway, so I'm like, let me just do this.
Yeah, we were waiting and waiting. I was getting a bit
okay, but guys, so me and Karma got in an argument today.
I heard. So let's tell me the story, guys.
So I have this theory, and he has a weird ability to ignore
Don't you dare put this on me around the bad one.
Amnesia.
Explain.
And only get mad at if one person does something. So what I mean by that? Okay, calm down. Okay, so Karma believes that I can't even say this without laughing because it's that ridiculous.
Okay.
Karma genuinely believes that Whitney ferociously busted through the door and
you're freezing things now.
Sweet, dainty, terrified Heather, and she woke up and she was brutalized and had wounds accordingly. And I'm like, Karma, we're talking about the same lady that literally like basically tossed Whitney like a football twice.
I literally can't wait for the rebuttal.
Who did it? Would we know who actually hurt her? Was it
okay, so this is my theory. Okay. I think so because I even pilled up I went into like because I also, in addition to Housewives, I'm obsessed with true crime and forensic files and all that shit. So like sorry, I didn't mean to cuss. But I went into Natasha investigator mode, like psycho style, and I screenshot the picture of the main one of her, and I noticed that like to me, just looking at it, I'm like, first of all, that's not giving a like black eye from like being hit. There's no swelling around the orbital bone. Like, and then if you compare, and it's at a slight angle, and I'm not seeing any like really swelling. And I'm like, okay, so I increased the contrast, and you can literally say that there's zero swelling whatsoever. It literally looks like she just like gave herself a smoky eye on one eye. There's slight swelling above, like right under her eyebrow, I will say, but I feel like that could be from an injection or one of her 8,000 that she gets. Well, I mean, and it looked like she either gave herself a smoky eye or she got an eye infection. It did not resemble an injury from like getting hit at all. And then the mark on her arm, my thing is that this is what I think happened. Okay. To me, I think that she shoved Whitney. She was trying to do what she does best, shove Whitney. So she was shoving drunk Whitney out of her room probably because she's probably like, she was probably drunk and was like still trying to rectify a dissolving relationship that never was. And so she like showed up and she was like one last like hurrah kind of trying to get her to realize, but she's never going to. And so I think she shoved her, and as she shoved her, I think Whitney was probably going to fall. So she grabbed her arm to save herself from falling, and you know how they all have those claw-like fingernails? It probably just scratched her, and I guarantee that's all that happened.
That's it? That's all?
The gaslighting is real.
In which way?
Carmen, what's your theory?
Right, my rebuttal is, I never talked like that, what Natasha said. I said, look at the optics. look at the situation. If a person is not wanting to talk to you and is acting in a certain way towards you and they don't want to know, why do you keep on persisting chasing that person? Why? Right. Next part is Heather went to the bedroom. It was around 4:30. Locked the door. Someone's trying to get in her door. Why is that person at her bedroom for? Why couldn't that? And I says, and the thing is, I said, if it's Whitney, she's out of order. What's happened to Heather? Because physical abuse is not cool on any level. And the way Heather was looking, that was horrible. And regardless, they can argue back and forth and behave like that. And like I said, if it was Whitney, what you should have done is slept on it, woken up sober, the same as Heather. They could have sat down in front of the cameras and probably hashed it out properly when they both are sobered up. You do not go to someone's door when you're drunk and repeatedly
Yeah, in
start going on.
retrospect, of course. But have you ever been wasted?
No, but this is Whitney all over in every single argument,
Do
going
we know?
all the way from season one. She's like a dog with a bone. She will not give up wanting to know the ins and outs of a farce. This is why Mary Cosby got
Do you
sick
say
of
the
that.
ins and outs of a fart?
Yes. It's like, this is why Jen kicked off of this thought saying, so now you know, so you can stop your digging. Because what Whitney forgets is in her commentary, she's sitting there needling everyone and acting like she's like Miss Marple. And she forgets that people are watching her behavior and what she's doing. Like, these women are not that stupid, you know what I mean? And she's like, Whitney, for once, use your brain, stop being blonde. Don't approach people like that, even when you're drunk. Stay your distance, know your area, stop going in other people's areas, and then maybe you might not get manhandled and pushed out of people's houses. You know,
she shoved her like she was a full on. It was a Super Bowl, and she was a linebacker. Like that was violent.
Exaggerate.
When she flew against that window.
Listen, what we've got here, we've got CSI Maryland, Natasha Fletcher on the case.
That's Officer Natasha too.
I honestly think the door assaulted her. I honestly think that Whitney one of them tried to shove the door shut, and the door actually assaulted her.
But the claw marks.
She was drunk and actually poked herself in the eye or something. That's what it looks like.
Right.
Honestly.
But this is the thing. There is a night camera there. So the camera will pick up on what's happened.
Oh, well, I mean, are you sure? Because apparently...
All I know is there was a camera there showing the door moving. Now, if that camera can see that door moving, they can see what's going to happen next.
I don't know. Apparently, Sprinter vans don't always have cameras either, and I kind of don't believe that either. Like I'm just saying, I would hope that whatever happened, it is caught on camera because we have to have learned by Beverly Hills by now. I'm sure Bravo.
This is why I'm saying if Whitney has done that to her, because I'm not jumping the gun until you see the evidence of what's gone on. Because you can theorize anything you want and think you know what's going on, but until you have that footage and actually seen it, you can't. All you can do is theorize. It's not fact until you actually see.
Well, I'm kind of sick of Bravo teasing us with this freaking scene.
Yes,
not giving us.
That's annoying.
Like I'm about to say, fuck it, I don't even care.
There's one thing that I want to mention as well. You know, when Dana went in on Heather on that dinner table and started saying certain things what Heather was supposed to have said, I went back.
Yeah.
And watch that episode when Heather was talking, and Heather did not word it like the way Dana was going on at all. Now that's why Heather was knocked for, because Heather didn't word it like that. And Heather said, if Jen came up to me with an ultimatum, that's the whole decided then, because obviously she doesn't see as like a real friend. And I know exactly what she means because I've done it myself with people in the past, like dictating who you can be friends with. You don't do that with a friend. It's up to them who they want to be friends with.
Well, that's Jen Shaw. Jen Shaw does that shit, man. Like,
yeah, this is what I'm saying. But Dana twisted it and shoved it into everyone's face. I'm just like, Dana, if you're going to say something,
I remembered
say the exact words.
Another evidence, another piece of evidence that needs to be entered in this case is the fact that Heather showed up the next morning in front of, knowing there was going to be cameras, with a wonky eyelash still intact. Like, I'm sorry, if you just got injured and you knew that you were going to go filming and talk to someone, Karma claims that she wouldn't have looked in the mirror. That is impossible. Oh yeah,
especially if you're wearing fake eyelashes. You can your eyelashes. If I showed you what was going on right now, you'd be like, "Fix your eyelash."
No, but I'm saying
this is what I'm trying to explain to Natasha.
She left it on for effects.
And this is what I've tried to explain to Natasha. They didn't even have time to sleep. Because have you seen the time when this is all went on? Do you think Heather would have been sleeping in that time?
Allegedly, we see. I have a feeling that they're gaslighting. I don't know, whatever that's called. That they're messing with us, Bravo, and it's going to be nothing.
Yeah.
Because don't you think we would have heard about an assault? We hear about everything off season. We would have heard about some kind of assault, or Whitney's. They're questioning whether she should still be on the show because she hit Heather. You know what I mean? Like we even though Bravo's so hypocritical.
Did you not think it's scary though when like Heather like literally locked the door and then later on you see the door trying to open? I'm like, that freaks me out. It's like something out the Shining. Like,
oh my God, it's so dramatic. You clearly are not a girl and never had like close girlfriends that you were fighting with.
I was like, get away from me.
Yeah, I'm locking. There's never going to be a rule that you can't lock your doors on my vacation. So if you guys come to the Jersey Shore, you can more than lock your doors. Trust me. Because I, for one, wouldn't want to sleep. Like, say, like Teresa, like with Teresa and stuff, I wouldn't want to stay in a house and not lock my doors if I was fighting.
I lock my doors like every door that is available to lock.
Exactly.
Windows, doors. I watch way too much true crime for that. Nope.
Well, like, Jersey, we're kind of nuts. So, like, I don't trust my group of friends with, like, after we get in a fight or something, I'm definitely locking my doors because, especially, I swear to God, like, my sister is fucking crazy. Like, she's literally at 3 a.m. coming in, like, attacked me in my sleep. Like, that's how fucking crazy she is.
Ew. Like, yeah, no.
So, like, getting back to the Salt Lake thing, I'm on no one's side until I've seen evidence to weigh this out. All I'm saying,
wait, back up.
We always drop me in.
Next week's Whose Side. We're not even there yet. We gotta, you know what I mean? That'll be next week's Whose Side because we're gonna find out who actually hit her. And we'll see who was right. But I feel like this week, I definitely feel like Whitney had every right to have a friendship break. She should have, Heather should have noticed they were on a friendship break, but Heather's too far up Jen's ass to notice. And that was Whitney's point. And not for nothing, if she's telling her how she feels, Heather was the whole time cutting her off. And I didn't realize that she does do that until just this episode. Like what Whitney was saying and how she acts, like, I didn't realize Heather did that. And then
but if I found out that my friend is supposed to be bitching behind my back constantly, and I've never said anything negative about her to anyone, it's all confirmed, I'll be pretty angry too at the table.
That's like part of what she's going through.
Like,
and it's just
this is a human instinct. I'll be pretty annoyed too. That she's just come out with this in front of all these women, like saying all this stuff and talking about.
But the fact that everyone
behind her back when Heather hasn't talked about her.
But the fact that everyone at that table, even like the people that don't even like each other, agreed with Whitney that Heather does that to her. You know, that was something to it.
Of course, I mean, even when Jen brought out saying, like, Whitney, you had something to say. And she brought it out, and she was saying, if you're going to say something, say it, and don't be afraid.
She was.
No, but she literally didn't say that to Heather, though. She has never literally said to Heather what she said to Lisa Barlow and the other women in the group. Because and that's my beef with Whitney, because one minute she's saying all this crap, and then the crap what you put on about Meredith had every right to say, look, I literally did not say that Lisa Barlow was given BJs to up her business.
I can't even take that.
That was Whitney coming out of Whitney's mouth, and she takes no accountability for it.
But okay.
And still drags it on as though Meredith's the bad one. Meredith's not said nothing. All Meredith says is, I've heard rumours. And then when Whitney said that, and Meredith goes, well, I've not heard that. But
Meredith's like, I'm out.
I mean, Meredith, I don't agree. Meredith is doubling down with Heather, and I'm just like, Meredith, what do you mean? She did she is being logical a little bit, but it's like, oh my God, what was I going to say? What was I just about to say?
I'm seeing, I know what you're talking about. I'm seeing like it's Meredith and Heather this season, and I'm seeing some like kind of like weird like insensitivities between the two of them. Even with Angie K, when she got that dumped on, those two were the only ones that were like saying like, oh, it's just funny.
Saint-Tropez.
Yeah, and I'm just like, really?
Saint-Tropez. It's fucking San Diego. Like,
Did you just watch the Housewives after show when they were all sitting talking?
Well, that's what I was just playing.
Right.
Oh,
I noticed Angie K's game. She is playing a game.
You think?
Oh, definitely.
What?
Oh, guys, did you hear that Angie K is in trouble because she tried to sue Bravo for demoting her or something weird?
So wait a minute, hold on. So Angie was full time and she got demoted.
I don't know. I heard that she was suing for some other reason, but today there was an article that came out that it was because she was demoted or something weird.
You cannot sue Bravo for demoting you. You're not promised anything. You're not.
I know.
There's a contract signed.
Why did they demote them? Because they're losing people.
Your contract? Because I'm sure there'll be a lot of clauses in that contract.
Well, I think it's changed since the beginning.
Bravo.
I think they don't promise them anything. I think they say, "Hey, you need to show up to this amount of times, and depending on what you serve up is depending on whether you're going to be."
Stacey Barber filmed the entire season. She thought she was gonna. Same thing with Jackie this season. Oh, I filmed a lot this season. You're all filmed a lot. It all depends what Bravo picks up and makes a story out of. So it's
exactly
like I'm going to be there for Jersey. I'm going to be there. Hold on, I filmed a lot. You'll see a lot of me. And the same thing with Angie. Tiki Barber's wife and Angie. I like Angie. I think they should have kept her. But I mean, just because you filmed all those times, I mean, that doesn't mean you're going to make it. And they can still cut shit. You know what I mean?
I think they've cut a lot of stuff out in the editing with Angie H.
So do I.
I want Angie H to stay. Well, don't you?
So do I.
Oh,
because she brings drama.
I think she's too thirsty, and I think that's creepy that she wasn't even full time, and she has a creepy elf on a shelf husband that's like harassing women online. I think that's creepy.
Who was
Natasha hates her because Lisa Barlow hates her.
Well, wait, who?
Natasha hates Angie.
How many times?
Because she's a Barlow fan.
But see,
that's the only reason. That sounds like me.
I don't like Lisa Barlow, but I like Angie. I like Angie. I think she should have stayed. Angie H should have stayed.
Yes.
Because Jen's leaving. And not as much as I hate Jen, she is the show. She's the whole reason.
She is. But this is what I was saying, Krista, on another live before. Now that Jen's gone, you need to fill that hole with a bit crazy. And here comes Angie H.
She's not crazy like Jen, though. You know what I mean?
She's not crazy like that, but she's
voice is so annoying. Her husband's creepy, like he's trying to harass women.
You think Angie's voice is more annoying than Whitney's?
Yes.
You think? What, Angie K?
Angie H. She's like, hi. It's like that goblin whiny. Like,
Lisa Barlow is a Valley girl. Like,
Heather, how are you? Thank you so much for calling, even though I probably paid you so I can get screen time.
But they're all like that. You think about it, they're trying to get on the show, so thirsty they have to kind of appear that way. But I feel like Angie H has given us so much. Like, poor girl, we've been talking about her for 2 seasons. Give her
hello.
Because she was willing to like do the most and lie about Lisa with that.
Well, that's the whole point of being on the show, isn't it?
I mean, did she really say it? Do you think she even said it?
I think she made that up.
I think it was made up too, but I think that it was an exaggeration of maybe like, I wonder how they got those seats. Probably fucking got, you know what I mean? Or like,
no, I'm talking about last year when she first came on as like a temporary friend. Yeah.
I forget that about how that even went down because I was so confused with it that I hated Lisa so much that no matter what anybody said, I wasn't on her side. So it was like me trying to fucking figure out what happened. I was like, no, Lisa, you're just wrong. Like, you're just an asshole. She's like this whole Jersey chic thing she's doing, 80s like Jersey chic thing. It is driving me nuts.
I don't know what you're talking about, Jersey Chic. I'm obsessed with her outfit for after show. That oversized houndstooth. You're sounding like you're underwater again. That oversized houndstooth blazer with the stockings and platforms. I like literally have that outfit. I'm obsessed with it. She's perfect.
No,
that's a style. Oversized blazers are everything.
She needs a pack of fabric menthols and a Suboxone wrapper. That's all she's missing. It's
a modernized version of it. I wear that all the time. I have an oversized teal blazer that I'm obsessed with. I wear it like almost every day.
I'm gonna have to see this. You're gonna have to prove it because I think you're just trying to look like Meredith on Last Reunion.
No, I would never wear big bird feathers with like no.
Why did we not get reunion looks, by the way?
It's true. I was actually looking for them today.
Carmen,
Has it already been? Has it already went through like the reunion?
Maybe they're waiting for us to all get our prescriptions of anti-anxiety meds because they're probably going to be so bad.
We need it every time Potomac. We need it every time Potomac and Salt Lake's on for a reunion because it's always dramatic.
Well, we're traumatized by Salt Lake's out reunion looks.
That's what I'm saying. They need us all to get our anti-anxiety medications refilled before they.
And then they play that one, and then they show us Miami like 2 weeks later, and you're like, oh my.
And and then it's like stylish galore.
Yeah.
I forget what I was gonna say, but Lisa, when she wore, I still like dream about this coat. When what's her face got arrested off the Sprinter van, that almost famous Penny Lane type coat with the teal fur. I'm obsessed with it. I'm obsessed. I love that whole look. I was like, yes, she serves a look. Like she's, whether you like it or not, she serves a look, an actual look, not some like bunch of labels thrown together because they don't know what they're doing.
But she doesn't feel like she adopts looks. And she adopts it, and then but I don't think she knows who she is. Like I don't even think she knows what she's.
I do.
Thank you, Krista. Thank you.
Listen, her taglines are quotes from from a thoughts thing, and she just adds a different word in it. And she just comes off so it's so obvious, and you're like when she's like, "Oh, I'm playing chestnut checkers," or she's like, "I'm like that doesn't even not even making sense." Like, what do you? I even know that doesn't make sense. The
thing is, what you've got to remember is the morning when they all woke up and Lisa Barlow had no makeup on. And she's my god!
Yeah, that she did. My girl looked rough there. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, skinny,
horrible.
It's because I told him, it's like she was saying how her mom raised her on healthy food, and so now as an adult she rebelled. But I'm like, now when you get older is not the time for your diet to get worse.
No, she's so skinny.
It's going to show. Yeah, you don't have you're going to age really fat. You're going to age really fast. You don't have any meat on your bones, and you're not getting literally any vitamins.
Nope. That, and I feel like she stole her sister's husband too. You know what I mean?
She did?
Well, John Barlow, I'm exaggerating, but it was her sister's boyfriend. John Barlow was her sister's boyfriend for a while.
How long?
I don't know.
I heard they went on one date.
I don't know. I think it was
You're throwing some extra sauce on it.
I want to say it was a Big Mac with extra sauce. I think it was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. Definitely.
I don't know.
Yeah. But if Lisa fucking wanted that dude, she would definitely, I think she would take anybody's husband, mostly. I just feel like she thinks that she can. I don't know. I still, as much as she was making sense and I could see in her, I was vibing with her at that lunch because I was like, I agree with as much as I don't like you.
What if her sister didn't like her? Think about Princess Di stole Prince Charles. Sometimes it happens. The sister doesn't like him, and she's like, "Hey, is it cool?" Prince Charles dated Lady Diana's older sister first.
He's so ugly. Who cares? Oh.
I know he looks like a bridge troll, but still.
Exactly. I don't even know what Diana was even like. Somebody channeled her the other day, a medium, and I was like, I wanted to ask her, what the hell were you thinking? But
put it this way: Diana is more royal British than what the actual royal family is British. through all the.
That's why they hated her.
Did she have?
She used to call them the Germans and would laugh at them.
But did she have did she come from money?
Yeah, she came, both sides of her family were proper English aristocracy.
Yes.
And the Windsors are Germans.
So how can they compare her to Meghan? You know what I mean? How can Meghan
There you go. They're just reaching.
Okay.
Or Meghan wants them to compare.
Don't get on about that charlatan.
I know. We're gonna have to have a whole live about because I didn't pay any attention to the royals until you said something about it on here. And then Adam happened to talk about it at One Wine about it, and I was like, "Oh my God, you got to listen to Karma on my thing." She was explaining it, or he was explaining it, and I was like, "I don't understand why you guys pay." I'm still flabbergasted that you guys pay for your.
I think so too.
but we pay less than what you pay in America for your ex-residents.
Well, I mean, we'll just say Americans, but I don't pay shit because I hate our
But
government.
you know what I mean? In America, you're paying 3 times as more than what we ever have to. And that's why we like looking at you when you questioning us. And it's like,
did I hear 100 million Meghan and Harry 2 times? They got paid 100 million twice for these podcasts or for this thing, Netflix and podcast. Did I hear that right? 100 million.
And I know they got paid a pretty lot
even your
when it
cat
came to
is
Netflix.
ticked off. I can hear
Like
him yelling.
100 fucking, if that 100 million twice, they both paid them 100 million. That's fucking, I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I heard that wrong. I really
But anyways, back to Salt Lake City. I will never forget this image out of my head for the rest of my life. 2 of the women sitting at the bar, and in the background, pressed up against the glass, is Jen Shaw's tatas, and her with a Joker smile on her face, not giving
It was
a crap.
so Joker smile. I know.
Oh my god!
I was just like, oh my god, girls go wild.
I didn't even look up when it happened because I was like, oh, a bunch of drunk people with blonde wigs.
Yeah, me neither. I was like bored.
I'm like, this when Jen Shaw's gone, this is gonna be so fucking boring as much as I can't stand her. You know?
I just couldn't stop
It's
laughing
true.
what they were doing.
Because what's happening is like they don't realize that there needs to be like a collaborative kind of like set of characters, and they're forgetting to cast like the funny ones, but they keep getting rid of the funny ones, but they're not replacing them.
Exactly.
I just got a sneak peek thing from next week for next week. Listen, it's about the black eye. 1 minute ago, Bravo just dropped it. It says, sneak peek, Jen Shah confronts Heather Gay about her black eye situation. Oh god, they're all waking up. And they have all no makeup on. Wait. Did you guys know Jen Shah wore wigs? Did you guys know that?
Yes.
I didn't know that. They just showed like 5 different wigs. Oh my god. Okay, sorry. I didn't know that. I thought it was all her hair.
Yeah, they all do that.
I mean, I wear extensions, but you should see them. They're wigs. Okay. Oh yeah, she doesn't have any hair. Jeez, Jen. Holy shit.
Like the hula, like they were like, "Don't worry, I got Jen's hair," and it was like basically the whole hair,
the whole head.
Part.
Uh-oh.
Jen looks about as good as I feel right now.
Jen's not that good looking, no way.
I didn't.
Wow, her hair. She has no hair.
I may not be running a marathon this morning, but I did at least get my makeup off last night, which is more than I can say for Jen.
Guys, wow. She has no hair. She's got really short hair. Okay, here it comes. I have a problem. Can you come to my room? I'm serious. This is Heather to Lisa coming now, or Meredith coming now.
Meredith.
Okay, there's blood on the ground. Okay.
What?
Okay, I'm telling you what I'm saying.
This is what I'm saying. It's serious.
Wait. It's Jen and Heather talking about it.
Thank you. Where was that?
Don't fuck with us. Come on, give us something. Please don't fuck with us again, Bravo. Come on.
What's the matter?
All right, Heather.
What the? Girl, what in the? Can I touch it? Yeah.
Ouch. You think that's fake? Her eye?
Wait, what happened?
It's not fake.
She doesn't know what
see it
happened.
again.
Yes.
Wait, she doesn't know what happened.
Did you put ice on it yet? We should probably put ice.
She says she doesn't know what happened.
She probably ran to the door.
You have to wear the sunglasses and you put ice.
She got bit or something. I don't think she's.
Girl, you have.
That's why I said it doesn't look like a black eye.
It's scratches.
Ooh.
Oh, is it lipstick? This is lipstick.
She has lipstick on her arms.
Lipstick.
It's lipstick.
Karma.
It's
not the horror music.
But that's why I need you to help me figure out if someone wants to talk about what really happened last night.
Yeah,
We need a cover story is what I'm saying right now. Like a spider laid eggs in your eyeball.
why are you fucking talking shit?
Poison in your eye.
I don't want to get anybody in trouble, she said.
Don't worry, Karma. You can apologize later.
Yo, Heather's fucking making some shit up right now, guys. Listen to this. She wouldn't be saying that on
I
camera.
texted you to come over to help me. I'm not telling you that a spider laid eggs in my eyeball. That's where it's gonna fly.
Even Jen's like, that's not a black eye.
Don't understand how, like, what the happened.
Yeah, Jen, neither do I.
Heather ate peanuts and has a peanut allergy and then rubbed her eye. She swiped right on Tinder and invited someone over and she got rubbed. Heather got in a bar.
Not for nothing, Jen is hilarious.
I know.
One spider laid eggs in my eyeball. I'm gonna say
She's pissing me off. She's really pissing me off. Bravo, you're
it's a
pissing.
good cover story for this eye because I don't want any of the ladies to get in any trouble.
What? You fucking whore. No,
Why
you're
would they get in trouble? Like, why are you even saying
She's
it?
lying.
I
She's
know.
fucking lying. She wouldn't be
I know.
saying that if she didn't want them to get in trouble.
Exactly.
Not over.
She's leaving that open so people can assume.
She's making us look like fucking idiots. We have to wait a week. Still got 3 minutes left. Okay, wait. Here's Whitney. Meredith, can you come to my room right now? No, that's Heather. What the So Meredith didn't see it. Jen didn't see it. So who's left? Okay, all right.
Sit down. Okay, you guys are scaring me. What's going on? We are scared.
They're like, we're scared too.
I'm lost, dude. This is nuts. This is all for fucking TV. It's gotta be. It's like,
It's obvious. What? Wait. Just,
Heather, you're pissing me
I
off.
don't want to get. When did this happen? We
Heather,
were
you're
with you
fucking
until
lying.
4 in the morning.
Oh, wait. 4:50. They're laughing and joking at 4:50.
See, you can hear Whitney's voice. She was still up. She didn't go to bed.
Wait a minute. Heather and Whitney are left alone.
How did this happen?
She doesn't know how. Nothing happened. She doesn't even know.
Nothing happened. We would have heard about it. You're right.
Listen, they both went to bed, and I'm telling you, nothing happened. I'm lost. I'm going back and forth. I don't know.
I don't know how this happened.
See, she doesn't know.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Where's Jen going?
Meredith, don't leave her. I'm
She
not
needs a
leaving.
chaperone. Do you have scratches on your back? Yes, I do.
Just scratches on her back.
See, I would think maybe you could have fallen and whatever, but the scratches on your arm.
Did you have a date?
How did this happen?
That's what I'm saying. Did you Tinder swipe and someone came over?
She's lying.
My God.
She's fucking lying.
It seems like it was,
I think something embarrassing happened, and she's trying to make it. So
Yep.
she's more than happy to make
And
it.
I don't know what
like Whitney
happened.
Did it.
She's like, I really don't know what happened. Oh my God, guys, you have to watch this. It's on YouTube. Holy shit. She's got half of its lipstick on them scratches. The other half are real. She's got them on her back. And that eye definitely looks real. That's not any like makeup or anything. But I don't think she's literally doesn't know what happened. She probably maybe felt
It looks like an infection.
But the thing is, who was trying to open that door at that time in the morning when it was locked?
They were all awake. They were all awake till 4:50.
Didn't you hear them, Carmen?
They
Yeah,
were
that's a
dancing and
misconception.
joking, and they all went to bed at 4:50. And they all went their separate ways, and then they show it 4:50, 5 o'clock, all quiet, crickets, and then everybody wakes up. So you mean to tell me between 4:50 and the time they woke up, the cameras weren't going, and then you didn't catch somebody getting like beat up, or it looks like if you wanted.
This is what I'm saying. Like, where is the footage? Why was someone trying to open the door? What was going on?
It actually looks like if she could actually pass this off as somebody attacked her. She could pass it off as that. So her saying, I don't know, I don't want to talk about it, I don't want to get anybody in trouble. She fucking knows. I think she was.
I think that she hooked up with somebody.
That could be it too.
And it's embarrassing because it probably was like some
her saying, I don't
random.
want
She
to get
doesn't want to say
in
that
trouble.
on
Maybe he's
television.
married. Well, maybe the guy's married. Maybe that's what she means by she doesn't want to get anybody in trouble.
Yeah, like I think it's something that she doesn't want to really be put on TV.
And she's trying to make us all feel like Whitney did it.
Because she knows this is a show.
She knows, and she knows that she's losing audience people. She's losing people. She's losing Heather Gays. You know, you're either Heather Gay or Lisa Barlow or Jen Shaw
or Heather Nay.
Heather Nay.
I'm a manager.
Well, Karma's the president of the I Love Heather fan club, so.
No.
Liar!
I'm the vice president, okay? No.
Ew.
I am the president of the Blocked by Jack's fan club, and then, and yeah.
My favorite on Salt Lake was always Mary Cosby, regardless.
We need her back, guys. Like, we need her back.
We literally do. And then I remember Freddie was saying, so who would you prefer now? And I said Meredith and probably Heather, because at the start of the show, Heather was getting like a second business and things were looking up for her. And I'm thinking, oh, she's moving on. Like her empire's grown. This is great for her. It'll be good to watch this escalate. And then when she started going on about the Mormon book and stuff, I'm just like, oh, Heather, please go away from it, because at the end of the day, it's going to bite you in the ass.
The thing is, like with Heather, though, I'm not religious or anything like that, so I don't know what it's like to be a Mormon, but I think that if you're leaving and you're not a Mormon anymore or whatever, I don't know if she left the church or she left Mormonism. If she left Mormonism altogether, why not sign that piece of paper that says you want?
Exactly, that's what I was thinking. Sign the piece of paper.
Yeah, you
but
can write a
she's
whole
scared.
book denouncing it, but you're not going to sign the paper. That's weird.
That's what I mean. Like, if you're going to support Joseph Smith, who married a 14-year-old. Like, come on. Like,
and then when her brother reached out to her and was like, you know, I just came to this realization, that he like married a 14-year-old. There's all this stuff I don't agree with. I'm like horrified, and now I'm like, I'm reaching out to my sister who already said that she's not with the church anymore for support, and you leave him on red.
I mean, did she? I wasn't sure like who did what, but I guess that see, I thought they weren't talking to her, but I guess
nothing.
The sister, she lied about the sister, because even the sister was like,
"Really?
You knew where I was? Like, you didn't talk to me." And she even admitted then, I didn't talk to her.
Nothing. But like in Shakespeare's days, people actually got married that young.
Who, Heather?
No, like 14 and stuff like that. In those days, like, but not Mormon days, but like older days.
They were 14.
Well, I heard that guy was friends with the Scientology guy anyway, so.
Huh? What?
Oh, just kidding. No, that would have been before.
Oh.
Well, what I want to say about the Heather situation is, she knows if she signs that paper, she's going to be disconnected from her family altogether.
According to her, she already is.
And there's no way of going back. And I'm thinking, Heather, why have you wrote this?
You guys, something just dawned on me.
What?
I bet that as long as she doesn't fully denounce it, her dad probably left her money.
Yes.
And so that's why.
Good.
You know how Heather loves that money. Bingo. Good. Nailed it.
Or maybe her husband. Oh, yeah. Same thing, maybe. You know, I mean, I think she makes her own money enough.
I bet she had an inheritance, yeah.
Yeah, you want that inheritance. I mean, Christ, you put up with. I agree. I put up with shit with my family. I want the shit. I'm waiting, you know? Like, I just, no offense, Mom and Dad, love you and all, but, like, I mean, I don't know. I'm really surprised. I probably swore that there would be no like second season Curse Heather. I never thought. I also thought that about Leah too, though. Leah McSweeney. I thought how could we go wrong with her? She's not going to screw us over.
But the thing is, everyone gets a bad season. Lisa had one last year.
This is a bad character, though. She's got bad. It's like her character. It's not even a bad.
Yeah, Jen was like season 1, bitch. And Lisa was season 2, bitch.
I mean,
season 3 is obviously Heather's going to be the bitch. So it's going to be another woman next season. They're going to plot the kids. This is the way it runs in Bravo. The plot lines.
I really don't know what Bravo's going to do it. So I mean, I don't know. I feel like I did not even think about it being boring without Jen Shaw until somebody brought it up, and that's all I can think about. And I was like, oh my god! But then we're going to get back our cotton candy drama that I missed from OC, I think, because I mean, garbage horn shit. Like I could deal with that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm tired of being pissed off about the criminals. Like, I'm tired of wondering whether, you know, I'm fighting with I'm fighting with people about Erica 2 years later. You know what I mean? I'm tired of like wondering if they're guilty or not. I know Jen's guilty. I know Erica's guilty. I just like, I don't want to keep talking about it. I just like, I really need the old OC back where like Gina's throwing wine in fucking Tamara's face. You know what I mean?
I was so negative on that page. Sticking under the umbrella with a book, and I'm happy with the glasses on.
Karma, we can't hear you. The thing's it sounds like you're
working. Is it working now?
Yes, that's perfect.
I says I was so Meredith on that beach under an umbrella with a glass of wine and a book, then having to do all that crap. And her surfing techniques were on par, like normal.
I was like, is that really her, or did they just like find some surfer and like videos? Like, that's really Meredith. I mean,
Meredith was surfing on the internet.
I feel like Meredith's older than we think she is. I don't know. I feel like
I think she is.
You think she looks it or not? I don't know. I'm starting to see like the way she dresses and stuff. I'm like, she's an older woman. Like, maybe, I don't know.
I definitely think she's older.
I think she's older than Lisa. I think she's like, I would say 50 maybe. But I don't think you're saying that, but
no, I think she is an older woman. Yeah.
Like, what's older to you guys? How old are you guys? I don't even know how old you guys are.
Right, I've just turned 40.
Oh, okay. How old are you, Tosh? Is Natasha there?
Natasha.
Oh my
Sorry,
God.
I had to go get
Oh, there you are.
knock.
I mean, I don't tell anybody they have to go on camera, but that picture's really cute. Is that you or is that your daughter? Like
no, that's me when I was like 7.
You look so cute. I was like, oh my God, Caleb.
I know, right? I look like a little mischievous little rascal.
I know. You know what's really funny too? When we were in New York for the Spilling Live tour, one time I looked at Adam, I said, holy shit, we don't know what they look like. They know what we look like, but we don't know what some of these people look like. We could be kidnapped. Like, who knows? Like, people are like, hey, can we get your picture? I mean, I'd be like, sure. And I throw you in the back of a van. You know what I mean? Be like, I'm Coffee Buzz. We'd be like, okay. I could believe it.
Like, and some of these people, like, we don't even know like their real names.
Think about it. I don't know what Coffee Buzz looks like. To me, I've been.
Oh yeah, that's like a mystery among everyone.
Is it? Okay, good. It's not just me. Okay.
Yeah, because people were talking about that one time. They're like, Coffee Bug, do you realize that no one knows who you are? And they're like, yep, I love mysteries. And they were like going along with it, and we're like, yikes.
I literally Googled it, Coffee Buzz, to see what would come up. Because I thought she was going to be, I say she, I don't even know if it would be in New York, but, and where the hell's Joe Mendoza been? Do you know? Either one of you?
Who's Joe Mendoza? I forget.
Oh, okay. So he's on Adam's chat a lot, but he's like, that's not his real name, but Joe Mendoza, but he's like in our, I don't know, he's like, he's on, I don't know, he's part of Adam's thing, our group, but like from what I'm like, I haven't really talked to them, but like from what I can see, I haven't seen him online, or he hasn't like joined my chat or anything, but he follows.
I watch Adam sometimes, and I feel like I know all the people, but I don't remember Joe Mendoza for some reason.
I feel like you're in there a lot. I feel like you are, maybe. I mean, I don't know.
Right, Mims comes in and says hi to you normally when you're on Donor Live.
I know Mims usually comes in. Shade was here earlier. You guys are always here.
Well, I'm here when I'm not like really tired. And
I know. You're like, Chris, I'm tired. I was like, all right.
You're like nocturnal now.
I'm seriously like I'm turning into American.
I mean, listen, I would have been on Rowdy Diamond with you and Mims' channels if I could stay up past 7 fucking o'clock. Like, it's embarrassing. Like, I'm literally like 45. I'm not that old, but since I met my husband 8 years or 10 years ago, he would go to bed at like 7 o'clock at night and get up at 3:45. Right? I would call my dad and be like, "Dad, I can't fucking do this. This dude goes to bed." I can't.
To be fair, that's aggressive. 7:30.
Well, listen. Guess what time I go to bed now? I'm not usually awake past 6. Usually, like
at 6.
I get up at 3:45 though. To be honest, like that's the time his alarm goes off, and I've been when I worked I get up at that time too. So it's been like that. But I'm a morning person though. Like I'm very productive between 4 in the morning to like 12, and then I'm like I am. It's like
That's why I get depressed
trying to
when I
do
like
it.
sleep in, or if I like can't sleep, if I wake up in the
I
middle of the
can't
night,
sleep. Oh my God.
and then and then I accidentally fall asleep like too long. I get depressed because like I'm like this weird thing. Like I feel like my body thinks it has a time card when the sun's up and down. As soon as the sun goes down, my body's like done for the day.
If the
Bye.
sun's up, I'm up. I'm not. I can't sleep. Oh God, if I slept later than like 6 a.m., I would feel like my whole day was. I don't know. I just feel it's probably a weird addiction. Like when I was in my addiction, maybe it's like a weird thing with that. Maybe I don't know. I try to figure it out. I'm like, why can't I sleep?
No, I like being like I kind of like that too. I'd rather be up early and go to bed early than vice versa now.
Yeah, like usually like
especially now that I'm getting older.
Then now my husband's up. He's up later now. Like now he's the one who's like up late, and I'm like, hey, come to bed.
Like because of this time difference and this sort of thing going on, and over here it gets really cold on the morning. So in between 3 and 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock, it's freezing. So I'm like up, like awake. You know what I mean? I can't sleep. And what I end up doing is just end up going in the shower about 5:30, feed the cats, and then I'm just watching programs early in the morning.
Yeah, you have the same schedule as your cats because aren't they nocturnal too?
Yeah. The cats are more than what I do.
The cats are like in the.
My cats are nuts, man. You heard the one.
I thought that was Karma's cat because his does that too.
That's mine. She's in heat again. She's been in heat for a month because she's only 6 months old, so she can't get fixed yet, but she's getting there. But this has to be the end of it. I feel so bad for her. She's so little.
My male cat is very vocal and he'll talk to you like all the time.
I know your cat sounded like when I was on the phone with you, sounded like it was like an actual human being.
I'm telling you, it sounds like she says hello. I'm sorry. When she's doing that stuff, it's like hello, hello.
Have you seen that video? And it's like, you guys, I swear to God, my cat just said, "Hey, how are you?" in a Southern lady out, like an accent. It was like, "Hi, how are you?"
I've got my cat super soft though. Like they act like, or dogs act like they proper clingy and everything.
Dogs like the cops for your drugs are. That's what I'm like. I was a dog person before. They tell cats like the cats do not rat you out. Dogs rat you out. Think about it.
That's hilarious.
I think about it. Dogs telling you they will tell they're like, oh, give me a bone and like here.
You like see a dog and you're like, snitches get stitches.
Exactly. Freaking rat, like you little snitch, you know.
And he like has a bone and he's like,
Nope. Like I'm telling you, my dog that just passed away, you could have robbed my house. As long as you give that motherfucker a bone when you walk in, or you say, "Hey Jasper, I'm gonna go kill your mommy." If you say it like that, he's like, "Sure, give me a bone."
And he's like wagging his tail.
Yeah, go ahead. She's right upstairs. Watch out.
You're like, "Did you bring the kibble? Perfect. Go right upstairs."
Right. Yeah, I let you in. Go ahead. Fucking kill the bitch. I don't care.
Anyways, back to Salt Lake. I'm just wanting to know where did those scratches come from on Heather? I want to know.
She literally had a one night stand, and she doesn't want to get anybody in trouble because he's married. That's my theory. I'm sticking to it.
Well, she's always horny. I know that.
Yeah. It looks like she got attacked, or she got.
It looks like sex wounds.
Yes, it could be sex wounds. She could have got a penis in the eye. You never know.
Yep, a little.
Oops, you know.
Yeah, she might got shot.
Yeah, I had to go in the bathroom.
Can we just address the situation altogether? I think Whitney hates all these women on the show.
No, she's tired of
like she really does, because look at she made them wear all those horrible matted wigs.
Oh God, they look so good.
Not for nothing, Jen's did look good.
Jen, that was her own hair. It wasn't like that was her own wig. It wasn't Whitney's.
Yeah, she's like, no, Whit, I got this, thank you.
Whitney looks hot because Whitney knew she would look hot, and the rest of them would look like idiots. Like, she's got the blonde hair. They don't really have that short, you know.
Like, she didn't even need to wear a wig. Like, her hair is literally that color and that.
Those wigs were so bad. Oh my God.
Heather's and Lisa's were the worst.
Lisa's like, and I agree with you. You're not making me wear. If I wear extensions and I pick the color, if I don't want to wear them, I'm not. You know what I mean? There's no way you're making me wear that. I'm sorry.
I look terrible as a blonde, so I would wear that as short as time as possible.
I've tried to go in most. I tried to even put like all blonde in to see what it would look like. I just don't. It doesn't look right. This is about as blonde as it'll get, and you can see my black hair underneath of it. Like my hair is black.
Yeah, my hair color is still the same as when I was 7, but then like if I get like balayage,
I don't believe you. Maybe you should turn your avatar off.
What'd you say?
I don't believe you. Maybe you should show us.
You're friends with me on Instagram. You can just look for yourself.
Oh shit! Really? Okay.
Yeah, bingo bango.
I'm an asshole.
Yeah.
Somebody said to me the other day, like, you are on my Instagram, you should know that. I was like, oh. Well, listen, I know that I am. I sometimes I don't think to scroll and look down at people's pictures because most of the time it's like Joe Mendoza, right? This is my whole thing with him.
Yeah, I'm an idiot who still has like I need to redo it. Because
Like,
I still
Karma,
have pictures
Karma,
from
when
literally
you
10 years ago.
Karma, when are you not going to be on an avatar? Like,
What?
when are you not? What? When are you not going to be an
That's
avatar?
him in like 1965.
I was going to say, is that you now? It looks like you look like a beetle. Okay, you look like a hot beetle.
Just kidding. Karma's like only 2 years older than me.
The
Karma,
no,
that is that's a young picture though. Is that a young picture? Is it even new?
that's when I was 27.
Yeah, he was emo in the early 2000s.
I wasn't emo. I was indie boy.
You look good. You're probably hot, really hot right now, though. Then, if that's how good you looked at 27, I'm sure you know.
He looks like he's like literally a beetle.
I know he's a hot beetle, right?
That got like kicked out of the band.
It's gonna get back to that way again, but like for now, obviously with my smashed knee and the medications and everything, I've swollen up a bit, but it will eventually get back down when I can walk again properly.
I told you can still do your exercises. I told him, I was like, listen, like, just because he's like, oh no, I'm going to get back in shape once I heal. I'm like, you don't have to wait. You could just sit there and like lift weights or whatever.
I mean, like you're fat. You don't have to wait. Don't wait, you're fat.
Yeah, honestly, when I was
I'd be like, what are you trying to say?
going through things, I was like, I felt like I gained weight when I was going through things, and I was like, I can't do this. And so I was like, I'm just going to walk. And I always used to run because I grew up playing soccer, and I'm like, I'm not even in shape. I can't even run one lap, but I'm just gonna start, and I did, and now I'm like running like a little soccer player. Yeah.
Plus, at the moment, my hair's down to my shoulders.
Your hair's now.
Oh, you have a bob like Whitney?
No, but like your hair right there, so your hair's longer.
I look like bloody Rogue out of the X-Men with strands of white coming down the front.
I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is.
But like, yeah, I'm just like, no, because like, I want a hairdresser to come out to me, like, but it's hard to get hairdressers here, so I just let it grow out until one pops up.
I literally love hair. I'm a hairdresser. I would love to get my hands on your head. If that's what your hair would look like then, if you have thick hair like that now, let me get my hands on your head, man.
My head just nonstop grows.
I always low-key wanted to become a hairdresser. I don't know what I did.
What happened?
I said I always low-key wanted to become a hairdresser when I was young. I don't know why I never did. I feel like now, like, for you to get a license, it costs like as much as a 4-year degree.
It's $18,000. Like, I went to school twice. I went when I was 18 and when I was 36.
Back in the day, you can get a license for like $1,000.
No, oh my God, really? No. I went to Vokey, so I went to Vokey first, and so it was free. But then when I went to cosmetology, when I was 36, it was $18,000. I still haven't paid it all off.
That's psycho. That's like no.
And listen, I never worked in the salon. I've been working at home. I was working out of my house for years until I decided it wasn't going to work anymore.
I've just had a thought. You know, this reunion, what's going to come up seems so Jen's not going to be there.
Jen's going to be there. Listen.
Oh, no, there's been a post saying she's not good.
No, she posted. No, she goes, they last second invited me, but then my lawyer advised it not to. And
oh, really? So she's not going now? After all that bullshit she pulled about going? She was giving them a hard time, and I don't fucking agree with her, and I don't. She thinks that because listen, you fucking committed fraud. You went and pleaded guilty while you were at work. You did these things at work, right? Bravo has every right in the world to fire you, and you don't fucking get the privilege to fucking, like, she's getting paid anyway. I don't believe that she should have the privilege of getting her postponement for sentencing to be on the fucking body. Huh?
Is she really getting paid if she doesn't go?
She can't. Listen, she didn't have to go to get paid. They were paying her anyway. They fired her. She fucking is she's a convicted felon. You can't. Your job's
they get paid episodally.
No, not the way she was getting paid. Well, $900,000 a season. She gets paid per season. But her season was going to be. She got paid regardless. All she was missing was the reunion, and it wasn't because It wasn't because she wasn't going. Andy said no, and she was supposed to be in jail. She fucking asked for a postponement, and she got it anyway to go to the fucking reunion. And now she's not going. She goes to jail. Listen, people that got sentenced in December, that were supposed to get sentenced with her, when they see her come in that prison, they're gonna fucking hate her. Seriously. They're gonna be like, that fucking celebrity fucking literally got to stay home with her family. I'm not kidding. Like, this is not a joke. This is serious. Like, she doesn't understand. She cannot act like this out of jail or prison. Other women are gonna tear her. They don't give a fuck who you are. They're gonna be pissed off at her for getting that postponement when they probably didn't get it. Other people, you know what I mean? Other people watching, like, you, just because you're in jail, you still see those shows. Like, you still see everything. People are watching because they know where she's going. She's either going to go to Danbury or Clinton, where Teresa was.
Is she definitely going to get sentenced for a long time, though?
She was supposed to be sentenced in October. Listen, you had your last year. You had your last Christmas.
She's supposed to be sentenced in like July?
July. Well, that was trial, and then she...
Oh, yeah.
And then I really thought she went to the mock trial, and she fucking realized she couldn't win. Like, but then again, she always knew that. Now, the way she acts and the way she acted during the interview, I swear she feels like she's not getting jail time. In her brain, how are you... the way she's acted, it's like she's happy-go-lucky, like she knows something we don't know. Like, she's gonna get... If she gets, like, house arrest or something, I'm gonna be really mad, because...
When I watched part of it, and I just got annoyed and had to turn it off.
The way she was acting.
And I was just like...
I'm like, why is she so happy, Adam? I said, tell her, can you remind her she's going to fucking prison, please? I said,
can you remind her that she lied and told everyone she wasn't guilty?
Oh my God, she doesn't care. She doesn't care.
But why
can someone explain to me about what house arrest is? Is it like a curfew where you've got to be back at home for a certain time?
No, they put an ankle monitor on you, and they don't let you
can't
leave
go
the
at
house.
20 feet of your home, and you need permission to leave, and you need earlier permission. You can't just call up and say, hey, can I go to the store?
But when I watched it, there's this whole thing when it's like federal charges, they don't do that kind of sort of thing. But I don't know, they had mandatory.
They don't do 85% or anything like that.
Yeah, they have mandatory sentencing for her kind of crimes. But something like intuitively, I just felt the same thing. I feel like she's going to get a light sentence.
I don't think it's going to be light. I just think she's
going to get max 3 years.
No way, dude. No. That judge said 11 at the least, 14 at the max.
Really?
Yes, it's no less than 11. She should have gotten 30 or 40 years. Okay, my charge was I frauded the government. My charge, I only got 5 suspended sentence, and I was way less. It was like way in under $100,000. Like, there was like she's. Like her,
isn't it crazy how long they throw you in jail, and then like you can murder someone and do heinous stuff and just like go in for a year? But they're like, oh, you stole money for us? Throw away the key.
She literally doesn't even have she has no time served or anything.
Wait, look at that case with Jussie Smollett.
What? I know.
And it was in like a night, and like you let him out.
We can't hear you again. You're underwater again. You died. You did.
He said Jussie Smollett.
Yeah.
Let's say after that. I didn't hear it.
I'm saying like can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. It went.
Yeah. They sentenced him and everything like that, and he was supposed to go like to celebrity jail where he's going to be confined and that.
In a celebrity jail. Who says that shit? Like, ugh.
Well, it's so no one can harass him, and he couldn't even hack that, and they let him out like the next day or something, didn't they? I was just like, where's the justice?
I don't even know. Did he get
what happened to him? I don't even remember.
Yeah, I don't even know. I know he
was convicted, and he went to jail, and then all of a sudden he's out of jail.
I didn't know that. I didn't know he was out.
Yeah, he walked out like 3 days later, and then he was on the Breakfast Club. Or no, he was on Sway from TRL.
It's overpopulation, probably. It probably wasn't. I don't know. Listen, fucking, what's her name? They did it with Chloe too. I don't know if you saw the episode years ago about the Kardashians when Chloe walked in. She's supposed to do 30 days for DWI, and she walked out after 2 hours. And people were like, that doesn't happen. Like, that's when I started to realize, like, holy shit, like, I'm fucked. Like, I'm nobody. I'm fucked. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but see, I knew, like, there's a chance you're going to get caught. Like, you cannot. I don't know, man. I guess I'm just different. All these people, like, I can't believe how delusional you have to be to do this stuff and still be on camera and be, like, bragging and showing off the shit that you fucking stole. Like, you have to have real fucking balls. Like, I don't want to say narcissism, but when you see Jen sitting at that lunch, did you see how disconnected she was from their feelings. She has.
Yes, this is what I was on about.
She's not even hearing them. She doesn't even understand what she did wrong. She doesn't feel like they're devastated, right? They're all like, "This is our." Like they're literally rocked. Like she said, Mike. Like we're like, no, Jen. This is like we don't want to be your friend anymore.
She sees this only as an attack and a devastation.
Right. She doesn't see their feelings.
Does not. There's no empathy for what she did.
No.
There's a veil over Jen's eyes, and she's not listening.
She doesn't care. Yeah, and that's how she got away. That's why she thought she could get away.
Narcissist.
Well, you know what? She probably did the same shit to her husband, and he's probably so fucking over it, and he probably can't wait for her to leave. I swear, because he did file for separation 6 months before we met this bitch. So he was already trying to leave her. So imagine, I'm gonna kill myself. You know what I mean? Like, why? Because your husband's leaving you because you committed a fucking crime and you stole your mom's money. And then the aunt with no legs,
right? Like, no, oh my god,
the aunt with no legs. She literally included her in that scam. Like, that's sick.
Yeah, and she stole her mom's life savings.
Yes,
and I'm sure that included the pension from her dad too.
I'm sure, and I'm
because
sure
teachers don't actually have just $1 million in retirement.
And she called Poor Mary a Christmas tree.
She did what?
She called Poor Mary a Christmas tree.
And Karma's like, and her biggest crime was
what did she do?
Making fun of Mary.
Oh, she made fun of Mary's Christmas tree.
No, she made fun of Mary looking like a Christmas tree.
Oh,
and
Jen looks like
the final bit was
outfit that
her confessionals look like Michael Jackson. Okay, some of her confessionals, Jen Shah's confessionals. She looks like she's at Michael Jackson when he wore that red jacket in this one picture of him with a red like V jacket thing, leather jacket, and it was so hot back then. But that's what she looks like now. I gotta find that confessional. I'm just like
the worst crime what Jen has done on the show is upsetting Volta.
Who's that? Who's fault? Well, who do we call that? Who we
Don't start.
Volta is Mary Cosby's butler, where they had the first luncheon, and Jen was upsetting Volta.
Calling Jen that.
With a hood rat raise. Don't get ratchet. On Mary's watch.
Little girl, we need Mary back. Definitely need Mary back. She wasn't fired. She didn't get fired for not showing up to the reunion. She's not a criminal. She's not a cult leader. You know, she just married her uncle or grandpa, and for money. And
I don't know. I'm not convinced. I definitely think whether she's responsible or not, I definitely think there was some.
But what though? Like, why? I mean, we would have found out. Listen, this is private court of law. We don't let nothing go.
Court of law.
We don't. You don't care what the fuck happens in court. The private court of law will fucking literally disarm you. Find out
exactly. It's like public court. Like it's what the public says, not what the law says.
The public gets the pitchforks and storms
1.5 million people watch fucking one of these housewife shows every week. Okay, and most of them are digging and doing shit. Like I'm telling you, I do background checks on these people sometimes too to find out shit. Like
I messaged Mary, by the way. I messaged her and says, "Can you please get your ass back on the show and get these bitches sorted out? We are all missing you."
I was like, Adam. No, I said, Adam, do you still talk to her? I was like, please. Like, if you talk to Mary, tell her we want her back. He's like, I already did. I said,
this is what I said. Everyone wants you back, girl.
I'm telling you, and
we need you back to gather the girls because they're acting up.
I mean, honestly, I want to know who she's with. I want to know, like, what's going on. What's her son doing? Is he buying his girlfriend pocketbooks? Like, I want to know what's going on in her life.
I don't know where I was. It might have been like, but someone predicted that she was going to do this. They said if she gets off, she's going to get off the show and she's going to disappear. And she did just that.
She didn't do anything wrong, so there's nothing really, you know what I mean? Like,
the thing is with Mary, though, she thought, no, my business is more important than this craziness, because there was, and I know it was Jen doing it, and they were all chiming in. They were trying to take down Mary Cosby bit by bit, and they were.
Well, at least they tried. I mean,
and Mary's like, no, this is more important. This is like my grandmother's legacy. I've got to keep this going.
I just love that all the digging of this. I'm not gonna say her name, but one person tried to perpetuate and then define nothing. Like, I mean, calling somebody a rapist and, you know, all the things that this other YouTuber tried to like witch hunt Mary about. And it was like, I mean, come on, like, you're listening to
who said
I know.
that?
I wish I knew. I don't know.
I don't want to say her name, but because
it was a woman.
A woman. Yeah.
Oh, I think I know. Is she a large YouTuber?
Yeah, huge. Not
Okay.
a huge following. I don't know how many people still do.
I think you should write it in the back chat just to confirm, where no one can see it but us.
Did she drink wine?
I don't know. I don't watch her. I'm not gonna say. I'll type it in the private chat real quick.
Yeah, type it.
You know exactly, Carmen. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you know.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh.
Wait again. Hello.
I'm typing it in the back chat.
I thought it was the wine drinker, but no.
Did you see it?
Yeah, everything that she says.
I wrote the name that I think it is.
Yeah, like she is like a kind of like full of crap.
That's the one with the T. But yeah,
it's just like, I mean, I don't get these bloggers like.
Oh my god, I think Chris is frozen.
I think she is. I think that's the one.
I thought she was concentrating at first, but I think she's frozen.
If she was concentrating that much of that thing, she needs a medal.
She'll come back in hopefully.
Yeah, you're back to like underwater. I didn't know you were taking up scuba diving.
This is like snorkel.
Okay, now you're back.
It's every time cause I'm literally like laid on the bed with headphones in, and if I turn to look at the screen, it sounds like I'm underwater.
Not Krista in the chat telling us of her own show.
Right, this is After Dark with Natasha and Lord Karma Collective. Any questions, anyone?
Oh my god, I just really.
Did you guys not realize I was back?
I was like, she's like, just kidding. I think she's right. I think I didn't really take into consideration that we would have definitely heard of like a physical altercation way before, just like we always have from every single show, you know? So I think this is all going to be like a whole nothing burger.
But like I said to you earlier, but you keep on missing it. If Whitney had done this, she's in the wrong. I said if, but you ignored the if.
But you're okay with her like literally shoving her. So
no one should be shoving anyone.
We would have heard about that. If she had physically attacked her, we would have heard about it. Don't you think?
Mm-hmm. If there's blood, I think. I think maybe Heather just had someone come over and it was a little more than she anticipated.
Yeah, she got a little rough, you know. I mean, honestly, like she could have fell off of something. She could have been riding them, fell off, hit her head. Maybe the bed's free.
It's looking like a sex injury. It doesn't look like.
I'm telling you, it looks like she could have got beat up, but Whitney's not going to do. Whitney couldn't beat Heather up like that. Think about it.
Yes. Low. She's half her size, like all like Heather.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know. Like Whitney can move around on that floor. I'm sure she could do that. You can't, whatever you call it, like taekwondo crap.
But none of them hurt him. None of them hurt him.
I looked at something so rude, and I'm so glad I didn't say about Heather. I'm like, gosh.
What happened?
Yeah, I get petty. I can't help it. Like when I feel like someone's evil, I feel like they deserve it. But then I'm like, no. I don't want to say that.
The only three people that I completely felt okay with doing that to was Jen Shah, Jax, and Erica. But because I'm not a mean girl, I'm not gonna make fun of your looks and all that shit.
Yeah, me neither. I really try not to.
I really believe that their souls are irredeemable. Like I don't even know. I can't really say that. But like
I kind of feel that way about Heather almost. I feel like she's almost there. I think she's just more covert.
I feel like we could get there. I could probably get there with her. I just never thought I would hate anybody like I hate Renette or how I hate. And that's sick because it's like, I call it the rock bottom of reality television. But then I'm like, if I'm getting this freaking activated after watching it for 15 years, being a blogger, and I've never felt like I have in the last 2 years where I had to.
They're escalating. Yeah, there's something happening where it's like the negativity is just like escalating.
Well, it's like all of a sudden I'm like, I fucking can't take it. I have to fast forward through people. I'm like,
that's what I said.
Maybe I'm old and I just
all the time.
Or maybe I was like, maybe I'm just getting older and I don't have that, my bullshit.
When you get older, you mellow out and you just don't have the energy for the bull crap anymore, and you see through the crap. Whereas when you're younger, you've got so much energy and you've got the time to waste.
I just remember a time that I felt like this negative, how much I just despise people. Like how much I would despise watching Jack. Like
their souls are like irritating my soul. Like I feel like I'm just getting like dark energy and it makes me feel weird. Like it's not like I just don't like them. I'm like I feel like there's genuinely like some evilness going on.
Natasha, is it your reality that we're living in, or is it mine? Because if it's your reality, you need to like do something about it. Whose reality? I'm thinking about it. I'm just joking. Like whose reality are we living in? Because if it's you that's making these people. Like
you're drinking these celebrities' poison.
We create our own reality. So I'm like, why do I still have these bitches in my fucking reality?
I know. I should take a break from them.
Yeah.
I
really should. And then I found out that Diana's coming back, and I'm like, I'm not gonna watch.
No. What?
Someone said that she's doing intakes.
What's that?
Intakes. I don't know. Is when they do like the shots, which means she's like doing some kind of filming that's associated with the show. On some level, and I'm like, I'm absolutely not watching her because that woman is like literally baby just
what a flop. She's a fucking flop.
I'm done with her. Like I'm not watching it.
What is wrong with Bravo?
Condoning that. I'm absolutely not.
Andy,
like I really need to stand my ground on this.
Yeah, I feel like I'm telling you, it's not me. I'm telling you, I don't even give a fuck what Randy. What Andy said. Like I know he doesn't have that much power, but he's got to know that we are going to be like it's off. We want them gone. We want them gone. And we mean it. Like we're not going to watch. Like he can't bring that.
Well, we need to actually do that because I feel like we say that and we threaten it because we're like,
we did with Kelly Dodd.
We don't want to not watch, so we're like, we like threaten it and we're like, come on. But then they're calling our bluff, so we got to do it.
No, because we did it with Kelly. We got Kelly. Got rid of Kelly.
It literally thinks in the back of his head that people want to watch this trash like that much rotted trash, and it just goes to show like his mentality.
It's very low. It's very low vibrational.
Well, like
and not like petty fun. Like
honestly, you guys know Philly Diva. She's my friend. Like she was legitimately hurt by that, and like I am her friend. Like I'm not talking about her, but the Philly Diva, the Diana Jenkins comment about the black content creator.
Yeah.
That was Philly Diva, like, and I definitely like she was a whole, I would definitely not watch it because of that, but like she was really hurt, but like not just that, she did the Sutton, she shouldn't even be let on the cat, like she was physically violent and like just mean, like, and just oh god, how could they bring her back? She better not be doing shit. I'm telling you, they would have. Oh my god, no. Because I can't even deal with Rena and Erica. I cannot have. Oh God.
I can't. Like if Rena. You know what? There, I said it. I'm not gonna watch Beverly Hills this
season. I can't even say that
because I just thought of like 4 different people that I like literally
all
can't mentally handle, and I doubt they're gonna get rid of all of them. So like I'm like I just need to commit to like not watching it.
I say that, but I have to watch it, kind of. Not really, but I mean, I can't. I'm not gonna be the only one not talking about it. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to get pissed off, and I'm going to want to talk about it. Because I'm not going to I'll call Zach or I'm screaming at 3 a.m. like, I just fucking watched the episode. I can't fucking wait till the morning. Like, I lose it. I
just feel like, especially with this last, like, Potomac thing, like, I, like, genuinely, it started to, like, really, like, make me feel, like, I felt like I got, like, anxiety and stuff. And, like, it was, like, I don't know. It's just, like, really, like, dark. And I don't like it's making me feel.
That's what Brenda does to me.
But I think what it is, I think the fans make it worse as well. Especially when the blogs going on the way they go on, and we make it even worse. And
no, before like anyone said anything, after that one episode when the fight broke out, like before anyone said anything, like literally immediately after, I was like, I felt very like triggered. It was just like a lot of because it seemed so unfair.
Oh.
I didn't like it, and it was just.
Like the Denise's, I'm a Denise fan, and that season with fucking Freddie, I call Freddie Hellenkamp. Like, I fucking watched them the way that they were treating Denise at that dinner. I was like, wow, I fucking hate you bitches. I would have fucked her up. Like Denise, no, seriously, fucking Teddy trying to be a mean girl and trying to basically make her come. Say she didn't want people to know she would come out of the closet. Who knows? Who are you to fucking literally?
Exactly. The one person that turns around and said to Freddie,
"Well,
who are you to say that?"
You took a dive in the water again.
There was another woman on the table. What says? Who are you to say that to her?
Exactly. What if she doesn't want people? Like,
That's the thing. I feel like I noticed that when these kind of like altercations happen and it seems so obvious what the appropriate thing you would say and no one says it, and I just feel like, wait, is this like some like TV, low-key behind the scene rules that are going on right now that I don't know about? Like, why aren't you saying the obvious? Like, who the hell are you?
Exactly. I'm like, Denise, what is wrong with you? Fuck Bravo, Bravo, fucking Bravo. I'd be like, you're a fucking whore. Your husband cheats on you. You're fucking this. You know what I mean? Like
forget Bravo. She could have just said, it's none of your
I
business.
was like, fucking, I don't have to tell you if I slept with Brandy. And if I did, who fucking cares? To me, if
and I'm like, and if you'd like me to go digging in your life, I can surely get back to you on a few follow-up questions too. So don't even start.
But like, I'm an open book. So like, but to me, like, you're not gonna fucking tell my truth. Like, you're gonna like, I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna make me accountable. I'll make myself accountable. Fucking who's running it?
Like, basically, I'd have turned around and says, it's clear you lot are not getting any action, so you wanting to know what action I'm getting. What's going on with your lives?
No, because Lisa wanted to fuck her instead of Brandy. We can curse now into her. No, because Brandy, Lisa wants to fuck Denise, and she was just jealous, honestly.
Honestly, I don't think Lisa Rinna's seen a penis since her last boyfriend.
Huh?
You get lesbianic vibes from Lisa?
Now that I've seen her haircut, not that that's a thing. I'm not trying to make a stereotype.
Is that a haircut? Someone tried to say it was a wig, and I was like, oh,
she chopped her goddamn hair off. That woman looked so hot with long hair. And when I saw with the People's Choice Awards, I'm like, that's not Brenna. I was like, that's not Brenna. I was like, I thought it was Harry.
Why would she not just grow?
She knows how hot she is with her long hair. I mean, come on, is it me? Maybe it's just me. I don't like short hair, but she looks so hot with long hair.
She looks so good with long hair.
And I hate her. I hate to say that because I don't like her at all. I think she's a horrible human being.
But she does look really good with long hair. It's true.
Why? She looks 25 years.
It's a lowest haircut.
She takes 25 years off of herself with long hair, and she looks like Jamie Lee Curtis. Like she is Jamie Lee Curtis's age, but she looks.
It literally aged her like a cool.
It did, but you guys take.
She looks 70 now.
I was going to say, look at her face. Look at the last 2 seasons, not last season, seasons before that. She had a beautiful. Her face was flawless, and it was no wrinkles, nothing. And in this last 2 years, the show's aged her, and look, she's aged out. She is Hollywood. She's iconic, and everybody knows who she is, and she looks around it. You don't need to be any more famous than you are. You're making people hate you. You've gone up, and now you're going back. You're making
because now you can't even hawk some products on QVC because of your behavior.
No, people hate her. Yeah, exactly. She's being hated, and people are like, now you're fake, bitch. Now you fucking got rid of all your friends. Like she just showed her true colors.
Sabotage any kind of business.
I don't want to hate actors and actresses because
the thing is, though, ladies, by the way, hi, Alex
in the chat. The thing is, Lisa Rinna will and always will be the female gremlin, regardless.
Oh, holy!
I'm the one who said that.
I'm the one who said that 2 years ago.
Well, Erica Erica. Oh God, I can't even talk about it. I refuse. I refuse to talk about her any longer. But she's really fucking aged it. Like, listen, they only have. Erica has to do OnlyFans. That's all she's got. She's not She's talentless. She's not going to get back on her knees. I don't think anybody wants to really fuck her.
I couldn't really imagine people actually paying to see Erica Jane.
I think that there's people that out there that. Oh, listen! If you're going to pay for Charlie 90 Day Fiance's wife's feet pics, you're going to pay for Erica Jane's. You know what? Some weirdo out there probably does want to see that, and that's probably the only place she can make money. Think about it. She's never had a real job besides being a waitress, and she's not a housewife because.
I wonder how she gets on with the homeless but not toothless.
The homeless. That's out to read. She's like, oh my God.
After being at the soup kitchen.
I mean, God damn it. Like, okay, now you have your teeth, but you're still home. I couldn't get behind. Listen, I'll give you a smile. I'll pay for you to get your teeth. But, like, I would want it. I don't know. I don't want to talk about the charity. I just think the name could have been a little bit classier. You could have thought of something a lot better than that. I mean, or give them free dental care for the rest of their lives. You know what I mean? Like, why just one time? I wouldn't want to just one. I don't know. I just felt like it was very, I don't know. It was very rich people-ish.
Oh, Krista, did you watch Miami?
Yes. Oh my God, did you cry or no?
I was just like looking at Lisa, just thinking.
I felt so bad for her.
I was just like, Lisa, kill him. killed
Yeah,
him.
I thought to myself, like, and did you know the judge actually sided with Lisa and was like, the chick tried to get a restraining order, and the judge was like, she's a woman scorned. We're not going to charge her for anything. Lisa got out of like the charges of it, from the club thing or whatever.
Exactly.
I was like, wow. I was like, go judge, man. Like, I wish there was judges like that around here. Yeah.
What type of woman comes up and steals someone's husband and
stays in her house?
Yes, this is what I can't understand. And what sort of man does that to his wife?
Exactly. Who are you and what did she do to you? Like, what did she do so evil to you that you want to humiliate her?
Pigs. That's all they are, is just pigs wanting money.
Yeah, he's gross. I mean, God, dude. Like, how do you have... He clearly had no respect for her. He should have left her a long time ago. If you're going to humiliate her, I'm just glad people are seeing his side, seeing him for who he is. Not that we already didn't know he was. I could tell last season when it came back, I was like, oh, guys, he's not in love with her anymore. Like,
can you drop the link for Tasha?
I have to drop it again. There she is. I was going to say, all right, I'm not going to have to do it. I muted her. Hold on. I got to do it through this way. It's going to get loud again. Hold on. Here,
I was like Alexia reacting. I was just like, I'm going to kill him.
I know, and I was like, man, I wish I wasn't. I am trying. I can't really get in trouble, and I say this to my friends all the time. Don't ever call me like I used to be crazy, but like I thought to myself, man, if I was down with her in Miami, I would be like Larsa too. I'd be like, nah, we're going to the club. We're gonna go find this bitch.
No, it was Alexia what was doing it, and I was like, I must have Cuban in it somewhere because I was just like, I'm gonna kill her.
I know. Flat invite guest. Hold on. Let me get in. I'm trying to stand over here so it doesn't get all loud. Hold on. Enter studio. It's so weird that I can't do it from my laptop. I can only do. It's the way it's set up. I can't see her, so I can't add her. But it's gonna get so loud. Come on. All right. And for some reason, my stuff is so loud. Come on. All right, I'm in. Where's my guest? And it says it puts me up there twice. My God. Okay. Natasha, there you are.
You need you might need to. Oh, there, she's back.
Yeah, I have it. All right, let me get rid of me now.
I got excited and flared my arms, and then.
Is there only one of me? There it goes. Okay. Is it just me? Okay, it's just one of me.
Yeah, you need to take off that phone one. Oh, it's waiting. But yeah, I was just like absolutely gobsmacked with Lenny. I was just like, you evil,
Can you hear me?
worm. Yeah.
Okay, because it said the host had muted my mic. I wasn't sure. Oh yeah, he's disgusting. He is just. I don't think he ever even wanted to have those kids. I think that was all his mom. Because you didn't watch the earlier seasons. They gave.
I did the catch up what you told us to watch.
Oh,
so I did I watched the catch up of it all the way around. And
do you know the secret of catching up to the Cliff Notes version of catching up on seasons that you didn't watch, where you just watched the reunion?
Yeah, you were.
That's what I told him.
See, there's times I didn't watch the reunions at all because I thought they sucked. I always felt like the reunions. Andy never says what I want him to say, so we never.
No, just like if you didn't see the season, instead of sitting through like 40 episodes, just watch the reunion so you can at least know,
I'm thinking somebody told me, not that I don't know, I kind of, somebody told me I'm delusional and I forget the earlier seasons of Jersey and that I need to rewatch it. And I'm like, guys, I live here. I know the people, you know what I mean? I don't need to rewatch. But I did catch a few of like season 2 or 3 of Jersey. I was like, I forgot. And I forgot a lot of shit. I
don't remember anything.
A lot of gorgeous stuff. I did. I conveniently forgot all the stuff. And no offense, Melissa, Joe, I love you guys. You know that. Like, I'm Team Greg all the time. But guys, I forgot about some shit. Let's be fair, Melissa was only 26. She was young. She was very young. And
wow, she was?
Yeah, she was 28, 27 or 28 when she met Joe. But like, when the season started, it was 12 years ago, 10 years ago.
So basically with Miami, with Lenny, he just wanted to be a playboy all the time.
But Jesus Christ, you're 50. I don't care. But your wife is, did you see her on Watch What Happens Live? Your wife is just as hot. If not hotter, because she's your wife and she has your kids. that should make her super extra hotter than your girlfriend. And it shouldn't even be about that. Like,
No, but how he was like, get your kids and get the kids and get out of here.
Fuck it. And you know what?
It's like, those are your kids.
I didn't know they lived on Star Island. I don't want that fucking mansion. I wouldn't want that. I would take the fucking mansion and sell it and go buy $1 million mansion and keep the $50 million.
Exactly.
Yes, that's what I would do.
Seriously, fucking take
Exactly.
the house from that motherfucker and then sell it, because you don't need $60 million house. You don't need to be on Star Island. Fuck that shit. That's annoying. But if you can actually sell, she could rent it out for $40,000 a week. I think I might do that instead. I don't know.
Like,
See, I'm like so scared.
Money,
like, if your house is too big and you don't know, like, I've seen too many like true crimes where like someone's like hiding in your house and you have no idea.
Listen, my husband leaves it really early, but I have guns and knives, everything strategically placed around my house, and they're legal. I'm allowed to have them, and I can use them. But I get it. I live in an area where, like, you go 2 blocks and you get shot. You know what I mean? Or you go like 2 blocks this way and you're like $1 million houses. It's just very fucked up here. But the drugs are more prevalent in this area with the rich people and the money and all that. We have more problems here than I would rather go live in Camden or Patterson than where I am, because it's like I was getting robbed way more in where my parents live, like way more. I have more problems there than I do in my like little crappy town, Like, nobody even really bothers us here. It's my family and like people that are like, people that are greedy and fucked up, and like my house was robbed twice.
Your cat yelling is cracking me up.
Yeah, she's freaking out.
I said,
men. I should let her. She didn't want to come in. Come here, Judgy Cat. No, now, come on, now. No,
I feel like cats are like
she's
mysterious creatures.
I've noticed my lives are getting really long when I do Friday nights. Karma keeps me on for hours. No, I'm just kidding. I honestly though, I don't mind being on. I don't mind keeping. People say you should only keep your wives to an hour, but I already got this one off. I was first in the very beginning, so I'm already doing my calls anyway.
Is my voice okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. The cat knocked over me laptop stand. I'm trying to pick it up at the side of the bed. She's like rolling up the side of the bed in a deep sleep. She knocked it over.
I'm just so obsessed with my cats. Are you a cat person? I'm like, come here.
Always a cat person. I've always had cats.
I always had dogs, and then they got me.
I always had dogs too. And then now cats grow me.
I love her. I'm obsessed with Meow Meow. She's 14, and then I got the one outside in this little bitch. I love her so much. I'm so obsessed. I'm obsessed with Meow Meows, but I'm really obsessed with this one because she's mine. And she's like a human. She's fucking human.
I just wish I could like teach them how to pee in the toilet. Like the litter box is just, I don't know if I can handle it.
Earmuffs. It's okay. The poopy's at the toilet. It's okay. It's very hard, okay?
But I do love a good smush face.
I mean, seriously, like.
I'm not really a fan of the Orange County.
Where you going? Orange County? Why?
Because I find it really boring.
Yeah, I don't really like it either.
I fucking hate Tamara. Sorry, I hate Tamara.
Can't stand her either.
So do I.
Fucking hate her. I actually like Brandy again, and I didn't think that was possible. I was a huge Brandy hater, and then
I only like Brandy from the Ultimate Girl trip.
Yes, I was like, oh my god, I like you. I like her again. I was like, man, my soul felt so much better. I was like,
Krista, her and Phaedra were like a dynamic duo. I love them.
Krista, I don't want to run Beverly Hills because she's just going to go into the Fox 4.
What happened?
If Brandy gets back onto Beverly Hills, she's just going to side with Kyle and all them, and I'm not down for that.
I want her on OC. I think she should be on OC. I mean, I don't know. I don't want Brandy on Beverly Hills because I don't feel like she's I don't know. I have a whole cast on Beverly Hills that I want that has nothing to do with the Fox News 5.
I think we all do, Krista. This is the problem.
No, we all have our team, and it's none of those bitches.
Like Bravo, get it together and actually make a good cast.
You know, I keep saying that, but then again, it's like Erica was the reason that we watched. I'm not the reason I watched it, but I wouldn't have been paying so much attention to her if she didn't do what she did. So I can't. I'm over it though. I'm over it. Conflict and resolution.
I'm over it too.
Yeah, the resolution should have happened a long time ago. I
want to ask you the question.
Yeah.
When this court thing's done with Erica, do you think Bravo will still keep her on?
What happened? If what?
if this course thing gets sorted out and everything like that, and it gets finished, do you think Bravo will still want to keep her on?
Who, Erica?
Yeah.
No. Well, I don't know. See, I don't think Bravo. They will, but I think because we don't want her for that much longer, whether it gets straightened out or not, I feel like her reactions this last 2 years basically showed us who she was. And like, I mean, I don't know. I just think that Bravo would keep her, but we would be like Kelly Dotter. We would like off with her head. Because maybe we put up with her for 2 years, but we're getting fucking nothing. We're not getting anything. We're not getting her. We're not even getting her saying she's sorry. Nothing. It's getting worse.
It's the arrogance.
Yeah, but I feel like people aren't really that upset over that anymore.
I think they're because she's not fucking relevant. We really don't really fucking listen to what she says. It's like, rah, 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 rah. That's what you hear. Nobody wants to hear, I don't give a fuck. Nobody wants to hear about your fucking, what is it?
It's almost like she just persevered and now we like all forget about it.
Persevered.
I think that's what she counted on.
In my world, when you receive stolen property, bitch, you fucking pay it back. Whether you knew or not, you have to pay it back.
Yeah,
that is
exactly. Like Kathleen said. She's like, baby, that was never yours.
It was never hers. Exactly. That was not your fucking lifestyle. That was a stolen lifestyle.
She was like, it was mine. I was like, it was bought. Like, what's that one guy like that stole the money?
Her career cost him money.
What about that famous pyramid schemed guy that was worth billions? His wife had to give back all that stuff. Like, what?
Listen, you cannot receive stolen property in the United States of America. You have to fucking give it back.
Honestly, there is something seriously sinister with Tom and his connections to politics. I feel like that's what we're seeing.
I want to know. I want to know who sticks, how many, what sizes, when and where. Because you're not going to make
but he wouldn't have been able to get along out. Like, the fact that he got away with this for this long means that he is so connected. He probably has judge friends that aren't willing to sign stuff against him.
Natasha, there's not that fucking many corrupt people. You're going to make me believe that there's 40 years that many people are corrupt for that long to let him.
He should have been disbarred like 20 years ago.
Crystal, like seriously, the court systems, it's not just in America. They are so corrupt. It's unreal.
There's other people that have to with it. But there's other people that would have to go along with it that could lose their job. Like, listen,
they're not going to lose their job because they're all friends. Like, one would have to rat on one, which isn't happening.
There's somebody on the bar that there's got to be a moral clause in somebody's fucking. Listen, I want to know.
They probably got rid of him a long time ago.
The thing is, do you know what I think it is? I think they've got stuff on each other, and also they'll be getting paid as well.
I just think he wasn't acting by himself. I think that people in his law firm, he had to have had help then. If he got away with it, he had help. And it wasn't from the system. I don't care how many times you tell me he paid people off and money, there's not that many corrupt motherfuckers. There isn't. There can't be. Or why the fuck have a judicial system in California if there's fucking...
I'm really sorry, but there is.
But how...
It's all about money. Like, there is no justice. It's all about how much money you get.
It's not that easy, though, guys. Like, it's really not. Look, it's District 6 to heart. Southern District of New York. Listen, they're not doing this shit. They're fucking getting you. They're not going to let their own do shit like this.
Can we talk about how Ghislaine? Let's look at Epstein. The cameras just happened to not work.
They murdered him. That's what I'm saying. They killed him. They don't like people like that. I'm telling you, they don't. Well, him, but the
amount of information Epstein had on all these ex-presidents and these billionaires and these businessmen.
If he died, it wasn't because of they just didn't like him. It was because he had information on these very people that are literally in charge.
All those people that helped him are going to turn on him if they did help him.
And who's the one they pull out? Prince Andrew out of all these billionaires and ex-presidents.
Yeah, exactly. Prince Andrew is like the lowest man on the totem pole. Like,
exactly.
He was a sacrificial lamb, and they expected it to all be
sacrificial lamb.
Blatantly was.
But I mean, so were the girls. The girls were the sacrificial. Think about it though. Like you don't think he chose to be there? I mean, I don't know.
Didn't she meet him in the UK?
I don't know. I just remember seeing one picture.
Because I know in the UK.
Yeah, she did.
16's the legal age for having sex.
Nightclub. Remember that famous nightclub they always talk about? I forget the name. And there's a picture. There's actually a picture of her in a nightclub, and it looks like there's other celebrities with her. And then there's that one picture at Naomi Campbell's birthday It's like, yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, I went to one.
Like, didn't her boyfriend at the time turn around and say that? Yeah, she knew what she was doing. She was even bragging about how much money she was getting weekly,
The girl.
and she was helping other young girls get into the trade.
And she's in she's in prison.
They
right?
said that about Virginia.
Yes.
Yeah, I started to feel like I got the impression that Virginia wasn't as innocent. I'm sure she was victimized, but I feel like
Was Virginia the first, like the older woman that kind of worked for him or something, or she started out as like a young?
You're saying, sorry, I didn't mean.
I forgot you.
She was the one that was in the picture with Andrew. So Karma, just to confirm, you're saying that she also helped get girls for them?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I thought she did too. But that's what we're talking about.
That's why I'm saying it's like the double standard of what's going on. Why isn't she being brought back into court? Because she's just broken the law as well and done all that. And do you know what I think as well? I think she's shitting herself, and I bet you wish it never happened, because the big tops behind her pulling all the strings, she hasn't got a leg to stand on either way.
What's her name? Delane? Is she in prison or she get convicted or something? Delane Maxwell, check.
Oh, I think she's in prison, isn't she?
She's in.
She is. But it's like some super easy prison, like Martha Stewart style kind of place. They said like they get yoga and everything.
But all jails and prisons offer that shit though. I'm telling you, Danbury is not a fucking country club.
But I heard she has that like a literal like psychopath personality that she can charm anyone. So I'm sure she's running circles in there. I'm sure she has like a whole army behind her now.
She might be segregated because the people probably don't like her because of the charges.
Right, come on, if she can get that many girls working,
probably the
she'll be a natural.
We're gonna put you in solitary for the rest of your life. For your protection. Like Jen Shaw, for your protection, Jen Shaw, we're gonna put you in a cell with these two women right here.
I wouldn't put it past. I wouldn't put it past her doing a used knickers underwear panty thing, like in the oranges, the new Orange is Black, running one of those in the prisons and selling them online to men outside.
Well, they said that Epstein had a roommate, and he was like this giant burly like dude that like killed a bunch of people, and he was like, "Get me out of this cell. This man is scary."
What about Epstein? He said. Well, I mean, all right. I watched the Orange. I couldn't for a long time. I couldn't watch Orange is the New Black because I was still traumatized from being away. But when I did watch it, that is such a horrible representation of prison. Like that looked like fun to me. That was fun. Orange is the New Black looked fun.
Yeah.
It's really like it's really not a joke. Like I don't know if Shah thinks that's what she's walking into. Maybe.
I think she thinks it is.
I mean, honestly, Teresa was smart. Teresa only did 13 months, but like in Clinton, those women, there's a group like you do bond quickly, but you have to be a nice person. Like, because women bond very quickly, men don't. Like, and you have to basically form your family because you got to spend every single day and night with these people for years. And
you know what would have been good?
She's not going to walk in there like that, though. She's got
Do you know what would have been good?
Yeah, watch her throw somebody's fucking sandals out the shower or some shit like she did at Angie K.
Do you know what would have been good for New Jersey?
She might go to Danbury in Connecticut.
If Teresa got like one of her ex-prison mates and met up with her, and she became one of the housewives as well.
I mean, Teresa,
that's hilarious.
Two of my best relationships are women that I met in jail, in prison, because, and I'm telling you, like we both got out and stayed out, but like if you bond with those people.
Like, yeah, you probably trauma bonded with them.
It's trauma bonding, yeah, basically. I mean, you're alone. You're like rock bottom at that point. Like, I can't even. Like, it took me a long time. I couldn't watch 60 Days In. I just till like recently. Like, I couldn't watch any of that. But like, I'm not like any badass or anything. But like, at that, but I was like at shit. I was like the bottom, I was at rock fucking bottom. Like there was like, that was actually like.
How old were you?
How old am I? 45.
No, how old were you when you went?
37. Oh, I got out, I was 37.
Oh.
But I was like, well, I had 5 years suspended sentence, which means I was on probation. And if I fuck up, that means you go back and you get your original sentence. I fucked up for 17 years of it. Like I was back and forth for like a long time since I was 17. But the charge that I'm speaking of, I ended up doing almost my whole time because I kept violating my probation, and then they just after a while they're like, nope, sorry. And
like we tried to throw you a bone, but you're not learning a lesson. So
oh God, yeah, they gave me so many chances, like so many chances. But I was still an addict. I was still a drug addict, and I still don't know what I was thinking. And I was still like, and that wasn't my charge. Has nothing to do with drugs, but I was an addict, and I just didn't give a fuck. I knew like I had to conform to probation, which I should have just did, knowing I had the suspended sentence, knowing I was going to violate, and I just, yeah, I wasted like, I mean, I was until 2017, I was literally on paper. And like I met my husband when I got home. I was 224 pounds. I gained a lot of weight. I gained 100 pounds, and then I met him, and like literally from a lot of other stuff happened, but like from then on, I just slowly have like rebuilt my life. Like just this last 2 years, I'm the most grateful, fulfilled I've ever been in my entire life. Like
how long have you? When did you meet your husband?
2012, 2014. Like we got married.
Wait, I thought you got out at 2017.
No, I got completely off probation. I had it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I get out. Then you're on parole and probation for another 5 years, and then you also have to pay off your restitution and stuff. And I had like $2,700 left when I got out, and my husband ended up paying off, and I met him, and then I got off.
Wow, you're so lucky you met like a nice man.
Listen, I'm extremely lucky. I'm so grateful for him because he had no business being with me at fucking all.
Yeah, but he's grateful. He saw something in you that you didn't see in yourself.
I didn't even say it. I was like, dude, don't fucking like. I told him, don't marry me. Like, you don't want to be attached to me. My dad fucked up. Like, you don't even know. And then him loving me basically was like, oh, you got lucky. No, like I did get like he's a nice guy, but I had to keep him. He wasn't going to stay with a piece of crap.
I didn't mean like lucky. Like I meant.
No, I mean no. I get it. Like I get it. But like I had to keep him. He wasn't going to stay if I didn't.
Yeah.
You know, like I had to do work. Like what you see now, like I did this, but it's like he gave me the love, and
I bet that was really healing from you, and like you probably like needed. God wanted you to meet someone at that time.
Oh, I got a whole story for you about that. Yeah, we've been together in like 46 different of our lives. Like I had an NDE in 2012 too, so I found a lot of stuff about my life, like about my soul and stuff. So
what's an NDE?
Death experience.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, there's a lot of them on YouTube. People talk about them on YouTube.
No, I've heard a lot. Like and then like I listened to this one lady talk about like Akashic records and stuff.
Oh, what? Is it Debbie Solaris?
No, I forget her name. Something Amy. I think it's Amy Belair.
I have to go there. I
don't know.
Debbie,
but it was
Debbie Solaris reads Akashic records.
But she like found out about it because like she told the story. This is like so off subject, but whatever. It's Friday.
Yeah, like at this point, I'm 2 hours in. I try not to talk about spirituality on this now, but I don't care.
I'm so sleepy.
Are you? I know it's like 2 hours. Like I don't want to talk about the universe. I don't want the universe.
No, but this is just cool. She was just like she was saying how she was blaming herself for a miscarriage, but then she found out that what happened was this is so interesting actually. So according to her, she said that she went and traveled and saw the Akashic records, and when she was there, it was like this long table, and it was her husband and her son were there, and basically they knew each other because in a past life they were both in World War I, and then she saw what happened to them. They were in like a disgusting, horrible place. She said it was pure like hell. She's like, people are dying. There was like blood everywhere. It was awful. And the guy and her son, who was an adult at the time, because he was in the war with her husband, offed himself unalive.
Oh God. Okay.
And so that was his karma. And he chose to fulfill that karma like quickly.
Yeah.
And he was like, and he chose, because they say you chose your parents, and he chose someone who was loving, and that he would like, at least feel that maternal energy while he was like in her. And yeah, it's like really like interesting, and it's just like weird when you think about all that.
But it's true. Listen, I never in a million years. I don't know how I spent my entire life not knowing the truth. I remember what it was like to not know whether, until that day, I had no idea if there was an afterlife. I didn't know. I just didn't. I just hoped.
I always knew, but I didn't know what that entailed.
Awakening is oh man, like I don't even call it awakening because I didn't even know what was happening over the last 10 years. I didn't know that I was a walk-in. I didn't know that. I didn't tell you that part of a walk-in soul.
What's a walk-in? Oh, I've heard of that.
But it's a braided soul. I didn't completely walk out and somebody completely walked in. My soul integrated with my.
So you're a whole new person chilling in that body?
No, I'm an integrated.
Karma, that's what that means. There's a movie about it. I think Matt Damon's in the movie. Someone's in this. It's a famous movie, and they talk about this concept.
They talk about walk-ins and well, mine was because mine's an integrated soul. Like my soul was tired, so I partially went, and then my part of my higher self moved in, like came in. So it took 10 years to integrate. That's why I didn't remember the whole thing. So I remember during the last 10 years how I felt like a different person. Like I'm like, I'm changing. Like I knew I was changing, and I would go back and I'd be like, God, I can never I couldn't place myself back. Like I couldn't imagine what kind of person I was. I'm like, man, I can't even put myself back there. Like that would do something like that. And then think like time would go on, and I would keep saying, I'm like, I don't get why am I changing so fast, and why am I so aware? Like it was just, I didn't know what was happening. I had no idea. And then it just over like the last 10 years, I started to get more and more people.
I feel like that happens a lot of times. It usually happens around the age of 30
or 40. You get exit points, and if you make it to 30 there's a whole thing. We'll have to talk about it a different time. I have a whole thing, but like I made it. I barely made it. I should have died that night. My contract was to die that night, or if I had learned my lesson, I was to stay. And I didn't know anything. I had to have my records read because I'm still. My guides said that my soul will never. I emotionally will not be able to handle remembering the entire NDE or the walk-in. That's why I wasn't able to remember right away. They said I would have never integrated good, and I would have never done my job. My purpose would have been messed up just because of my personality. They're like, I would have dwelled on it. You know what I mean? Like if I would have known that back then, who knows? Like I don't know. I mean, I was an addict for 25 years. I committed stuff. I did crimes, but I chose that. I chose a human experience. I've only been here once. This is my first incarnation.
They say when you're like taking hard drugs that you actually can like open up like yourself to like other things to enter in because it lowers your vibration.
Oh yeah, I mean,
and like so that's why you could like it's really like sometimes it's like literally not you.
Well, I went to I OD. That's how I died. Like I overdosed, and that was but I didn't experience this stuff that the other. See, I didn't know, like I didn't have anything negatively. I know that there was nothing negative. But when somebody told me about my soul, I said, I need to know. And I wanted to know why I couldn't remember. So when I had my Akashic records read, it explained everything. And then it was like that knowing, it just came back.
I used to always want to know, and I should be all into everything. But then I realized, I kind of came to the realization that like part of the journey here is you're supposed to learn lessons. And when you learn all that, you're kind of getting like the cheat code. And that's not really the point, kind of.
No, you learn them. But the first 20, that's what I was getting at. The first 20 years and 25 years, 30, 40 years is the first half of your life. That's when you're supposed to learn them. Now the earth has changed and evolved so much. This is a different part of history. Like this part of history has never happened before. It's called the Earth Ascension Project. We're not creating karma. We're not coming back, and we're not doing dharma and karma anymore. Like, oh, you did this. Like that did happen. That was like that. Afterlife was like that. We did have reincarnations. We can incarnate anywhere we want. We don't have to come here. We only came here because right now, all of us the NDEs that chose to come back, or when they said, it's not your time, it's because we had to be here during this part of history to keep the raise the vibration.
I'm clearly I didn't read the small print when I agreed to come back down here. I'm like,
but I'm telling you,
I knew when I was young. I was like, I remember telling my parents this. I go, I know I'm an old soul. I know, I feel, I realize I'm Clara. I'm an empath, but like a real empath to the point where I'm like Clara sentient, and I'm also Clara cognizant, where things just come to me like wisdom that I didn't earn in this lifetime. And I question anything, but when that happens, it's like there's zero questions. It's just like it's that.
The knowing.
It's just the no. I don't. It's like that's no one can tell me
Isn't it
nothing.
crazy that you recognize the difference between a knowing and a memory? Like,
and then when I'm an empath, when I absorb other people's energy, it becomes very real. But the only thing that's weird is that I don't have any memory attachment to it or emotion. So I'm physically feeling it, but it's not mine. And then once I separate myself physically from that person, and like if I like leave or whatever, it usually takes like 30 minutes for it to like go away.
Oh God, it's okay.
But what's great, what it is that basically is like we're like little filter fish, you know, like in an aquarium where you have like a little filter. We're just like when an empath absorbs that, you're literally taking it from that person, so you're actually doing them a favor.
We are. We're here.
We're the filters of this world. Yeah.
We're here for that purpose though, because they need us. Like we can hold the light, and they can't. So it sucks being an empath.
And everyone who's like that always goes through like hardship in the first half of their life.
Because you know why we've never. I want to do your birthday in 1 second, but this is my first incarnation here. I thought, and you have to choose for us to. This is what they say. We had to choose a human experience. I chose addiction.
Have you ever had a past life regression?
No, just my Akashic records, because I wanted to remember my NDE and I wanted to get a past life, and my guides would not let me. Not let me. They said they're like, you can hear about it, but to have the emotion attached to it, it will destroy you.
I'm going to jump down because I'm a very tired soul.
It's very late. Can we tell your birthday real quick or no, Tosh? You want to say
April 26th?
Wait, what is it?
April 26th. I'll put it in the chat.
Okay.
Do you need my year?
Yeah. Let me see if we can get to it real quick there too. Adam, when you become convicted. Oh God, something I said to Adam, he just got mad about. Oh, Jesus. I hate that. All right. Private, right? Yeah, there it is. Okay.
So you know what's crazy is that, like I was telling Karma, like what's really weird is that I fell down this rabbit hole of like world fairs and how weird they were, and I found out that both my parents individually, they both were from different parts of New Jersey. They grew up, and they'd never been out of the country, but when they were 13 and 14 years old, they didn't know each other, and they both families individually decided to go to Montreal to the World Fair. So they're like literally in the same place at the same time, unknowingly, and then randomly 10 years later get married and have me, and you saw the year I was born.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the hell?
You've been here 7 times. You've incarnated here 7 times.
That's my life number.
It's your life. You know that already. Okay. You know your life. Okay.
I didn't know that was the number
of incarnations on Earth. It could be, but they also could include Atlantis and Lemuria too.
So I'm really bad at getting hypnotized because I have ADHD.
Me too. They said it would be really hard.
Yeah, it was. I could only do it I couldn't really. Okay, so this is when I did it twice.
You did?
I know what I saw 2 lives.
What did you tell me? Tell me. I need to know. I love this stuff. This is what I do all day long.
One. This is really weird. They're both really weird.
This one or what life was this? Like
so what happened? I remember 2, but when I'm like just how I am now, I always have these flashbacks where I feel like I was like a warrior, like in a field, like Braveheart style. Yeah. Like running, like
running through the.
Yeah, like with a spear or something.
Yes.
But this is really weird.
Honestly, it's not weird to me at all.
I remember the one. It was like in the 70s or 80s, and it was New York City, and I was like a Puerto Rican toddler.
Oh my God! See, but we chose drastic.
So what I saw is I was really young. I was like a toddler. Yeah. And I was in this apartment and I could hear the sounds of the city because the windows were open. And I could tell it was the 70s just by like the furniture and like the weird wallpaper in the kitchen and like stuff like that. And then like the kitchen, like there was a little dinette and it faced the living room, and the TV was like facing the couch, so I couldn't see what's on the TV. And my dad was sitting there, and he was it looked like he had just got back from like a shift, like he was a mechanic or something,
It was
and he
like-
looked like he was tired and didn't want to give me attention. And he was just like, it wasn't like I was like mean or like I didn't think anything. I just wanted his attention, like in like this vision thing. And he just looked like he wasn't paying attention to me. And I feel like my mom was like down the hall, like doing laundry or something. And I was just in the kitchen just wanting someone to pay attention to me.
You know what's weird? Like you probably got that memory for a reason. That was probably to help you in some time in this life. Like whatever vision you were getting, like to remember them too. Like they brought you back to that scene, to that life to learn.
Yeah,
something.
it's weird. It's like a scene. It's like all of a sudden, it's like you're not like looking at the overall life. You're brought to a scene.
Yeah, that's the scene because you say just bring me to my highest and greatest good. Like you don't whatever's going to give you my highest and greatest good. Like you don't want to be brought to a scene that's going to traumatize you.
And to be honest, like when I was younger, like I felt like I had a lot of energy and I felt like no one was like, I remember being like, hello. Like when my little brother was born, like I felt like my parents forgot about me. And I used to say, what about me all the time? And they nicknamed me Wham. For the acronym for what about me? They're like, oh, Wham.
I'm telling you, my mom called me the Wambulance, called the Wambulance because I was old. I was the firstborn. I was the firstborn in that.
Me too.
I hated them. And I said the same way. I felt like nobody was giving me literally what you just said is exactly what I went through. My mom was like a saint, but my stepmom was mean. She's like, why do you always want to hang out with the adults? Like,